back, adventurers. My name is Eli, the Game Master, and this is A Good Day to Die. Last we left off, the group had made it into the witch's hut. There, they had found several doors, some of them unlocked, despite what they assumed about the door to begin with. They made their way deeper into the catacombs of the hut. There, they found a clearly trapped room, and Ragenar was like, bet, and started busting open coffins. The undead spewed out their forth and chased the rest of the group off, knocking Dr. Tone unconscious and injuring Ragenar to the point that Ragenar had to take over. Once Ragenar had taken over, he defeated the Raw Bones, and we will pick it up there. The rest of you find yourselves in that main room with the 4 doors, the first one leading out, the 2 to either side, and the one that you had just retreated from. As you take the minute that it takes you to get to gather your faculties from the decaying aura, Tayrus kind of, gentlemen, I very much would like to suggest that before we move forward any deeper into the witch's hut, that we devise a plan before we do anything.
One that might involve, I don't know, not opening things without checking them?
Preferably, he says, looking at Damon.
I am on Taylor's side. With that.
As he says this, you hear these wet, heavy footsteps ascending the staircase. Tayrus draws his pistol and he aims at the doorway. As you see Ragenar coming up the stairs, his face covered in gore as well as the black ichor running from his eyes, nose, and mouth. His arms distended and dragging with him Dr. Tone, very alive, but also very unconscious. He tosses Dr. Tone into the center of the room and he says,
"Don't ask me for any more help."
Are you guys okay?
The Dr. Tony you're currently trying to talk to is unavailable. If you can
Well, I was
name.
referring to the upright guy. Are you guys okay?
I'm fine. He, however, I don't know.
Harry, is he supposed to be like this still?
No.
No, nothing. You look great. Thank you so much for what you've done.
Where's Ragenar?
He's still here. He needed help, if you will.
I go over and I check Dr. Tone's pulse.
You may. Let me hold you.
Hold on.
Please.
You'll just bury him.
I have some
He's
heals.
undead. We must murder.
Sticks fingers into jugular. Yep, he's dead.
11.
He is unconscious. But alive.
He's unconscious but alive.
You can do something about that, right? Yes? Yes?
No.
Yes? Yes?
Mouth to mouth. What do you expect from me?
Yeah, please. You're trying to that, right?
I can try and revive him.
Go for it.
Is that another heal check? What? I have no.
It's a DC 20 heal check.
Yes?
I have no spells. I don't know how.
Yeah, just trying
No.
I don't know what you want from me.
How long? I guess.
Just as on purposes.
Well, it's 6 seconds you're getting healed, so as we play, it keeps happening. So until it becomes a thing, until you take damage again, I'll tell you how long it's been.
We try to revive him via separate heal check.
Oh, yes.
He's trying to do mouth to mouth.
15.
You attempt mouth to mouth?
I attempt to revive him.
With mouth to mouth?
Use your imagination.
So he's doing mouth to mouth. I was gonna
12 points of heals.
I was waiting for him to do that and be like, okay.
I do come to.
Also, if anybody would like, you can make a separate heal check or a perception check on Ragenar.
That's sense.
18.
18 plus. I'll do perception. 36.
With 18, you notice that Ragenar looks where Ragnar had taken damage before. You can tell that they are very much gashes and stab wounds, claw marks and bite marks from the raw bones. But they're not healed over. the black ichor has kind of fused over those wounds and is now visible, but there is no blood coming out of it. With a what?
36.
With a 36.
Perception.
With a 36, you look over Ragenar, and you see as he like shifts and moves periodically, you can see something peering out from the wounds. It's not just the black ichor, it's as if there's something beneath it. And it's all of that damage that he has taken is starting to reveal something under the skin.
Is it at all reminiscent to Malquar?
You get an eerie feeling
Okay.
when you start to make that connection, yes.
Okay.
Are you conscious?
Yeah. I said it was
Okay.
I help you sit up.
Welcome back to the land of the living. The only thing that you've missed is and we've decided to devise a plan on the next room that we go into before we just start opening things.
Oh, it's to actually
It's
check,
not your fault, it's Ragnar's.
It's to actually check stuff instead of just ravishing going coffins.
Yes, and perhaps he helps you up. A fellow glass cannon such as myself would suggest that you stay in the back of the room.
To be fair, I was investigating the things when the room became combat heavy.
And how did that work out for you?
He took a nice nap.
It was quite lovely, actually.
Yeah, I bet. Sorry, I don't mean to be so verbose, but we need to move on.
Yes.
Are you okay to move?
Will you be okay? You need some more potion. I'll take your silence as a no. Okay, that's fine.
I'm taking the rattling of dice as he's got his.
Yeah, use a heal spell slot. That's fine.
Oh, that's what
I'm on 6 of a 68. I'm gonna do a couple of bursts.
Oh, bursts. Multiple healing bursts.
I learned a thing just now.
I'll walk away.
Walk away where?
Where would you like to go?
Are we in the room with the 3 doors again?
You are in the room with the 4 doors.
Everyone takes 21 points of healing.
I go to the furthest one away.
The door outside?
I just go to it. Inside the hut still, I just go to it.
The door that goes outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
How big is the room?
The room is like a 15 by 15.
So Ragnar takes 21 points. Still good, or do you need more?
I'm a 10 shy.
Damon,
I'm good.
I'm gonna do another burst.
Hang on.
He might need that 21
Yeah,
now.
sorry. How much was it?
21 to begin with.
I am good.
Yes.
And so is Terry.
Like, if you want to do just an individual heal, I can manage. If you want to save your bursts,
You don't have
I do.
you might need to save the bursts. But here you go.
I need it. I still have 3 after this.
What'd you
I didn't get a chance to do a lot of them. That's 10, 19, 31.
Whoa, 31 more heals.
Yeah. That healing subdomain is
Pretty,
doing some work.
pretty awesome.
The walls turn into pure gold.
Wow,
Half
you healed
gold,
them
half black.
chemically.
And it would be at that point that like a minute passes and then the golden hue of my wings go back to that dull white as my mutagen fades.
I wanted to make a perception check to see if there was anything outside still.
You might.
Hey, go outside.
No. 20.
Open the door and peering around with a 20? No.
I just want to back.
Alright. Well, how should we do this then?
Well, there's still a door on the opposite end of the bone.
2 actually.
There's two. They work.
And I feel like if we know about the situation, we can better prepare. Can I take like just a strip of like bandage and kind of wrap it around my nose to where I cover my mouth as like a mask?
Mhm.
Trying to prevent if it was a stench-based thing.
It is a cinch-based thing, and I'll give you a +5 if you can make a good check.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
So I offer to do that for everyone.
I'll
You may.
take
Call
a
it
scarf.
surf, yeah.
Look like a ninja.
By the way, there was an altar in the other room with a small box sitting on top of it and 3 bells hanging above it. If we're interested in that, if we're all funned out, I'm okay not opening that.
The room that he opened? No.
No, the room that with the Robins.
Oh.
Yes, that's wise.
Yeah, I think we need to further investigate that. Yeah, the danger.
We can also investigate the hallway if we need to.
Or the cellar.
We just came from the cellar. It was
The
awful.
cellar's the one with the robots in the bottom of it.
Whoa.
Yes,
Oh,
we opened the door,
yes.
we went down the stairs, and there were robots in the bottom of it.
I'm here now.
With an
Are you?
altar
Yes.
with 3
Very much
bells.
so.
There's also a room that has, language words going all across it. It has 3 lanterns on the inside with bucket.
And then there's the door right.
But that room is 100% complete.
Okay, so head back down. I take point. Yeah.
I hold Doc aside while the rest of them go forward.
Is Ragenar still on the door?
I'll go down behind Damon.
Yeah, so I'm kind of doing one of these things.
So just for a quick aside between the two of us, and I'll do this stealthily if I need to. Anybody
You can
tries to
also just
proceed?
speak in Orin.
Hey! So in Orin.
I'm whispering with the winds.
I've known this language longer than that tree's been alive. But
That's true.
anyways,
As for the language existed, I knew what it was. I'm growingly, increasingly concerned. So you remember Melkor?
oh,
How we had to defeat Melkor?
yeah.
The head. Is
Go.
that not reminiscent of our friend?
I wasn't really paying attention.
Oh,
I know he's different. I was busy, coming back consciousness.
there was things shifting through his presence that gave me that eerie feeling the same as Melkor.
Right.
Now,
We also know that it's one of the heads that separated from the rest of the pack because Melkor's head was like, the hand that bites me, or the hand that feeds me bites me, or something like that.
while that was never confirmed, it is increasingly present. I think that could be the case. Now, what I'm getting at is, it was difficult to defeat Melkor.
Yes.
As we grow and learn, have more experiences, will it not be increasingly more difficult if we have to take down that?
Yes. I imagine so. I don't know what you want from me.
I don't know either.
I will keep an eye on him. Be like, the traitor.
Well, don't worry. He's in a weak state now.
Is he? Because he looked fairly healthy. It's hard to tell. Black scabs and all that.
If you would like to make a heal check, you
38.
may. Cool. So something that you note that a perception check wouldn't give you is that all of the damage dealt to Ragnar is sticking. Ragenar doesn't seem bothered by it. It seems that any physical damage that Ragenar tanks, he doesn't care about. He can heal up over time. But Ragenar's body is suffering.
Did. Because I know the mechanics of it. With a 20, it's a 37, not a 38. My bad.
Then never mind, you don't know.
Would I recognize that my channels affected Ragnar's body?
Yes.
Okay.
You would see those gashes begin to shut and the black ichor begin to recede.
I point to this.
So Ragnar's still present in the sun.
I imagine he's in a very deep sleep. Ragnar's just piloting the ship.
So we can best to get him out somehow.
By healing him to death.
I just wanted to express my concern. And
Consider it expressed.
Right. Let's just get this over. We'll figure out what to do with him later, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me, Tara says, approaching you. Would you prefer... What would you prefer? Ragenar? Ragenar? Ragenar, no. Yes? Anyway, could you do us a favor and protect the rear flank to make sure nothing sneaks up on us as we explore these rooms?
I give Terrace an odd look, but don't say anything else.
No.
Yes, thank you. I'm sure you have your reasons. He looks worried.
Like, no, you don't mind. Or no, you won't.
I turn and start walking behind him again.
Have all of the sarcophagi been opened and looked through, or busted open?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So there's nothing else to find.
Yeah.
And then just, the robots just did. Fuck, their round ones were still alive.
They started dead. They began their adventure dead.
There was 4. There was
another.
4 raw bones, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I opened 1 sarcophagus.
There is a sarcophagus that is closed, but it is vacant.
There's one
Yeah.
Nothing yet.
Okay. And the box of the bells, I believe you mentioned.
I did mention a box with a bell. People box with bells. Say bells.
Bells.
There's 3.
So,
Is there a knowledge check to see if
Yeah,
it's
I'm
magical
curious.
or...
The box itself?
Yes.
I imagine we make our way down to join the rest of the
Yes.
party. After
I am there about 30 feet back from him.
for no reason in
For
particular.
no reason in particular.
Convenient 30.
You can roll knowledge arcana or a perception check if you like.
Arcana.
30.
Perception.
With a knowledge arcana, the box itself is not inherently magic. It is not a magical item itself. However, the bells are. With a knowledge 30 on the arcana, the bells are infused with a knock spell. However, they are attuned specifically to the lock on the box. Where the box itself is not magical, the lock itself is. It is an arcane lock. So, the bells themselves, you don't know how exactly they operate, but you know if rung, they will unlock the box. But details beyond that, you do not know.
18 perception.
With an 18 perception,
And I also perceptive guy.
yeah, it looks like a box on an altar. Yeah, anybody that would like to perceive it, maybe.
1d6.
26, you say?
1d6 says that.
That's right.
Good at a few things, man.
What did you roll?
26.
1d6.
With a 26, looking over it, you can tell that there is a magical aura on the box. It itself is not magical, but it is trapped. You're not entirely certain what will happen, but you can tell that there is a faint necromantic
Can
aura
I take a
emanating
solid
from it.
guess of what would happen?
You may.
Okay.
You
I
guys
feel like that
need
trap
some
has been sprung.
assistance. Perhaps, perchance.
Sure. It's
I
an
ring the
arcane lock.
left one.
After you ring the bell, this pulse of necromantic energy pulses out. It is a burst of negative energy. It washes over the room, and you all kind of freeze, and nothing happens. You see the raw bones begin to heal.
I immediately go and start hacking them up.
As you run over to the bones and begin to hack, after 6 seconds, it bursts again. Gentlemen, this is not the plan. We didn't have a plan. We didn't. It bursts out again.
Other bell?
The middle one.
Do what?
There's a third 3 bells?
Oh yeah.
Can I just perceive it and like
Yeah.
do my thing instead of everybody start
Okay.
hitting stuff? Do I get anything?
Ragenar don't plan.
What thing? Yes, you get
32.
32. With a 32, a couple of things that you can perceive. Oh, you met the DC. Fun on a bun. A couple of things that you acknowledge about this trap. Firstly, these bells have to be rung in a certain order.
That makes sense.
In that certain order, they will open the box and the trap will be disarmed. However, you do not know what order it is in. It has not been told to you. You have not found something to indicate what order it normally would be in, but you can tell that every 6 seconds for the next minute, so for 10 rounds, they will continue to burst negative energy out to heal the undead, not to harm the living. They will continue to do that. Also, if they're rung in a specific order, the box will open.
Yes.
And also, piggybacking off of that, there's something odd about this altar. It has been moved recently.
Like scratch.
You can see scratch marks along the stone wall.
Okay.
What was the order that we found with the lanterns in the? Was it 3, 3, 1, 2?
2, 3, 1.
2, 3, 1.
Dun, dun, dun.
So ring the right. Did we ring the bells in the order that we lit the lanterns?
Oh yeah.
You can't. That doesn't do anything. Does a disable device give me anything?
With his perception check, he would know that looking at the bells, they have to be rung in a certain order, in a tune. And yes, and you're missing a piece of this puzzle.
The tune.
Yeah. So if there is an indication, you haven't found it yet. But anyway, they continue to pulse out.
Is there a disable device I can do to stop the pulsing?
Yes, you may.
Can Terry say anything?
41.
Gracious.
Terry doesn't need to aid him.
You got this, guy. Get it. So you kind of like reach up into the bell and you remove the clapper from each one of them with a swiftness. Damon assisting you as he's just like, no,
Stay dead.
no.
Stay dead.
As this negative energy continues to pulse out. I don't know what to say to him, gentlemen. Can someone else talk to him?
There's.
Damon, thank you. Perry, thank you.
I go to the door with the rod.
Yep.
Okay. Please stop, he says.
Where does this table look like it was from? And I'm kind of like looking at the marks on the floor.
Where does the table look like it was from?
Where
Like
was it-
manufactured?
No.
Made?
No, where
Where
was it
was it
originally
moved
placed?
from?
Where was it moved from?
It was moved from where it sits now. And the scratch marks look as if it was swung out at a 90-degree angle and then moved back.
Oh, okay. That makes. I thought it wasn't originally there.
No.
Hey,
Can you?
No.
Yes. Can you help me?
can you move the altar?
Just follow these
check?
lines.
Yeah.
This is just straight
lines.
strength check.
I'm totally helping.
I made no attempt to help.
You got 17. You get +2 somehow.
Okay.
Rolled a 13, so you got an 11.
That's the squeaky wheel.
That 19 total.
So Ragenar proclaimed he did what he did.
Yes, we know.
Taurus moves to the far end of the room and stands on the outside of the door. As you open the door,
You're in the face, spy.
nothing happens. As a matter of fact,
Of course it wouldn't. Damon feels gypped by the designer
The
of this
ceiling
dungeon.
collapses in the room you're currently in.
That would suck.
This is the emergency access. The emergency exit.
on this the green neon sign.
You see a relatively large room, especially for the fact that it has nothing in it. No objects of note. There are some sconces on the wall that illuminate the room in that eerie blue light. And there are 2 doors, one leading directly to your left and one directly in front of you. In the center of the room, however, you do see a large symbol. This symbol is an archaic etching that seems to glow with magical runes.
Can I suggest we roll initiative if we're going to be going off doing kind of crap?
You may, sure.
Just for prosperity's sake.
Sure. So, is there a group, or does everyone want to do something
It
different
sounds like
altogether?
it's Ragenar and then
Everybody
everyone
else.
else.
Boom the bar.
All
So-
I've done is open the door.
Yes.
That's all he's done.
And that's
He didn't
happened
ring the bell.
before.
He didn't fireball the spider. He didn't bust open the coffin. He just opened the
You
door.
just opened the door. Don't overreact.
Ragnar did the rest of
I'm
it.
just
I
a
like how
door
the father in the room is like, no, I know what that is. Be like, I only did this. Sure. Would a representative from Team A like to roll?
Not me.
17.
Lower.
Okay. So, you open the door, you see those things.
We would like to move the table.
You
at that
got
degree.
a what on strength check?
17
19 total.
plus, the,
Plus
yeah,
2.
19 total.
19? I have so much strength to give. Wait, do I have negatives in strength? Because that matters.
Terrace and I are both like, we're helping.
I do not.
It's like when your 6-year-old tries to help
Yay!
you.
Tayrus has a +1 in strength.
I don't hurt, but I don't help.
He as you both grab it and you begin to heave, you see it start to shift, right? You kind of push as much as you can. Tayrus walks up and he's like, and that's all that he's like, ha ha ha. As you gently shift it to the side, and you see something behind the altar that you may not quite have been expecting. There is no secret door. There is no magical item. There's a hole. It looks like some bricks were unceremoniously removed, and the mortar has been chipped away at a 45-degree angle until it starts digging into solid earth. This hole is big enough for a tiny creature to go into. So if you want to squeeze into it, you would have to be small.
But I guess it's
Oh, he is mechanically small.
Are you?
Also, there's a thing about this puzzle that I was like, haha, they'll never do this. And today I was like, oh, wait, something. And if it comes about, I'll let everybody know. But I completely overlooked a blaring obvious thing.
Which
So-
means we'll probably overlook it.
Either if you overlook it, then everything that I planned for it will be as difficult as I planned for it. If you figure it out, I'm going to be like, oh gosh, this became much easier.
We can fly.
Cool.
I will do that on our turn.
Ragenar,
I will make a knowledge arcana on the symbol.
you may.
27.
With an Arcana knowledge 27. Wait, what door was that? With a knowledge Arcana 27, you look at the symbol and you understand that there's a lot of transmutation rooms to it. But what it is specifically kind of escapes you. You're looking at it and you're like, those are transmutation rooms. What they do and how they work, you are uncertain.
I'll shut the door. No.
Well, as you walk in,
No, I don't
are you
go
sure?
in. Yeah. Never said I was going in the room.
You pushed Harrison?
Well, now
Harrison's
that I think
like,
about it.
Eli, shut up.
You said he was away from him.
Harris is just like, wow, you found this. Ragenar, help.
I want to try something. I don't know why it sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Opens door back. There's just a satyr in there.
I turn back and watch them.
Okay.
I will squeeze my small body into the tiny hole.
You begin to slip into this hole, and a sense of claustrophobia kind of washes over you because, again, you have to mechanically squeeze into it. Do you go feet first or head first? Just curious.
Do we have some rope we can tie
I think I
in
go ahead
first?
first. I'm already like, you got my feet.
He's already
You have
gone.
the right time.
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
You've got that rope though.
Crap.
What did you ask?
He's like, would be rope we can tie to a foot or something?
When Zarek was here, he would tie somebody to rope.
It's his MO. It's what he
We
does.
miss Max.
I have to go fishing. He's not here.
You begin to worm your way forward.
I'm embodying
Yes.
Robbie's spirit.
Robbie's like, you're doing it wrong. You have to put something in the corner. As you begin to slip silently like a silent slippery thing. Oh, sorry, this is
Clarifying, which way did the hole go? Did it go towards the back wall? Or after the
at a 45-degree angle towards the back wall down.
It's fine, guys. It's totally fine. We're in the nightmare realm. What could possibly happen here? That's where dreams are made of.
Oh boy.
I don't think you're in the right section at this point for that to be the case.
No, I think dreams are made of this. My dream.
Sweet dreams are made of this.
It's all sacred.
Sweet
I
dreams
just
are
want the
made of
record to
cheese.
show I have not been the first person to have to make me scared.
Not yet.
Really, they kind of made new characters.
They had new characters made for them.
Not really.
As you begin slipping
Yes.
into madness. Okay, cool. You begin worming your way down this hole, moving just inch after inch, and it finally does open up into this area. You kind of and hit the ground. The floor beneath you is surprisingly flat and even. It is pitch black. You have dark vision, yes? As you hit the ground and you kind of like stand up, the roof of this is still too low for you to stand in. It is, however, a 10 by 10 foot room.
Okay.
So it's not as cramped as you were expecting, but you do very much feel like you're in a porta-john under the ground. And you're like, this is a little scary, there's no light. However, the room, to make it feel much smaller, is full of stuff. There is all kinds of stuff in there. What do you get taking 10 on, I'm sorry? Spellcraft.
Spellcraft. Ah. Ooh. Yes. 31.
With a 31, a couple of things that you find is you, on a small pedestal in the corner, you see another one of those crystal balls. So, if you're bouncing off of what Ragenar perceived earlier, you know that you're being watched.
Okay.
Once you are in that room, somebody is observing you.
So knowing that, unless you're wanting to do something.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I wanted to shut it.
We don't let him.
Oh, I need a strength check, by the way.
14.
No, he can't move it on his own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Taylor's like,
Because my
lifts.
foot's in the way.
May I ask what the thought process is?
They said they needed help moving things.
And it has successfully been moved, and now we are finished with our task. Thank you so much.
They would move back.
They do not.
I am right here. You can talk to me. And thank you, Eric. But I don't want to block Perry in there.
I was talking to the bird, not you.
Yes, fellow Simeon. We have accomplished everything that we would like to do. I don't want to placate him.
You're like, I don't know how to talk
I
to
may
this guy.
antagonize him.
But it's gonna be really tough for him to close it anyway, because I'm standing right by the hole, looking down worriedly after Perry.
I invented a new mechanic. It's
like
called-
Windows Play-Doh.
It's hot in these rhinos. Anyway.
I knew exactly what that was.
With a 31 on spellcraft, if I were to put the crystal ball into a bag of holding, would it essentially...
Yes. Something as simple as covering
Covering it.
it would cease the ability for an image to project or for the scrying spell to be disabled.
I
Just starts judging us when we have a ring of holding.
yeah, I'll put it in the bag of holding.
Neato burrito. A couple other things. I'm kind of going. I'm trying to hit like the least interesting to most interesting. You see a trunk, a small chest,
Okay.
sitting against the wall. If you are to look into its contents, you discover one, it is not trapped, and two, it is filled with nobleman's outfit and jewelry,
Nice.
all equating to 5,000 golds worth.
Yoink. Glad I got that brand new bag of holding.
You're welcome.
You also find 15 Dragonbane arrows, a wand of Cure Light Wounds with 30 charges left, a wand of Lesser Restoration with 5 charges left. Not a lot. Not a lot on that guy.
That's fine. That's what I'm hearing is boss battle.
Oh yeah. We know we have to
found
kill
the
the
secret
mustache guys.
But why would we have
Like
Dragonbane?
Because it's
The
a
witch
half
who is
dragon,
maybe a
half
half
spider.
dragon, half spider.
You also find a blue crystal that is cut in the shape of a 5-pointed star. This is a Western Star Ion Stone. This, as a standard action, its user can alter their appearance as disguised self. When so disguised, the user can render the Western Star and other Ion Stones in his possession invisible. And it's as if it was a caster level 12.
Oh,
Just give that to a rogue.
So, like, if I were to equip that now and disguise myself as myself, I can make it invisible.
Technically, yes.
And it's not like you get to use this once. It's an ion stone. So it's, I just go ahead and do that.
Somebody's gonna look at you like,
Something.
do I know this guy?
Something.
Something familiar about him.
There's something familiar.
Did you see Perry down there?
I did, as a matter of fact. It was weird.
wait, you said alter self?
As if disguised self.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very different.
Very different.
Yes.
Cool. That is all that remains?
No.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh gosh. I'm sorry. Okay. You see a large chunk of glass, and it seems to be emanating with a strange energy. As you kind of look this over, I need you to roll me knowledge of the planes.
27.
With a 27, as you look over this hunk of glass that is sitting there pulsating has kind of an opaque, as if like a pearl color to it, with veins of like a peach tint that runs through it in its entirety. You would recognize this as mind glass. Mind glass is a special material as strong as steel and also provides the bearer with protection against opponent's psychic abilities. When a creature wielding a melee weapon made of mind glass succeeds at a saving throw against a psychic or mind-affecting effect from another creature, the weapon stores some of that energy and holds it for a future attack. A mind glass weapon can store this energy for a number of rounds equal to the level of the spell, or half of the creature's CR if the effect wasn't a spell or spell-like ability. If the weapon hits a creature while still holding this energy, it suffuses the target with a disruptive field for 1 round. On a critical hit, the disruptive field effect instead lasts for a number of rounds equal to the weapon's critical multiplier. While affected by this field, a target must succeed a concentration check, DC 15 plus twice the spell level, to cast any spell or spell-like ability, in addition to any other required concentration checks. If the check is failed, the affected creature's spell or spell-like ability is wasted. A small or medium weapon made of mind glass costs an additional 13,000 gold pieces.
So this is enough raw material for...
Enough raw material for 1 medium weapon or 2 smaller weapons.
So new daggers.
So up there. Or sharing.
Is caring.
I don't need weapons.
You also see a large iron ring laying on the ground. This iron ring, hang on. I gotta give you the exact dimensions of it.
If you homebrewed the ring of keys.
It's just covered in keys.
This
Glad.
ring is 18 inches in diameter.
Oh, wow.
You would recognize this as one of a pair of gate rings.
Oh.
These rings must be in the same plane of existence and within 100 miles of each other to function. Whatever is put through one ring comes out the other, and up to 100 pounds of material can be transferred each day. This useful device allows for instantaneous transportation of items or messages or even attacks. A character can reach through and grab things near the other ring, or even stab a weapon through if so desired. Alternatively, a character could stick his hand through to look. Head. Stick his head through to look around. A spellcaster could even cast a spell through the ring. A small creature can make a DC 13 escape artist check to slip through from one ring to the other. Creatures of tiny or diminutive or fine size can pass through easily. Each ring has an entry side and an exit side, both marked with an appropriate symbol.
Is this one? Thanks.
It's both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Oh. Curiosity killed the cat.
And there's one last thing.
Okay.
My mom!
There's a woman standing in the corner.
Hi, son. I baked you cookies.
The whole time.
Harry, what are you doing? We told you not to steal things.
You see,
That lesson did not stick.
you see a 10 imp figurine. Tin imp figurine. What this means is that is a real imp that has been magically formed into a material component, specifically tin. The imp can be reanimated and become a true imp for 48 hours per week.
Does it obey?
No.
Okay.
It is just an imp.
Okay.
Yes. As if somebody had a familiar that they came up with an idea to more easily transport it.
Yes. Okay. I'm stuck there in the bag too.
Also, to give you kind of an idea, it weighs 1 pound, so it is small.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not true imp size.
I think for my safety, although I really want to look through the ring right now, I'm also going to put that in my bag.
Can you?
Yeah. It's not in another dimension.
Okay.
I got the bag of holding.
Surprise. It was. You put it in the bag of holding, and then the ring hits the ground, and the bag of holding comes out somewhere else. Like, no. Wait, where'd that go?
And I'll make my way, scurry back up.
Better reach in that pulled out the rest of this.
You see Ragenar desperately trying to move the altar back.
Wait, now you make me know.
What's down there?
Lots of things. But the most important thing is this giant ring.
Neat.
What is it?
Hold it. Wait, no, turn it around.
Turn it around.
Alright, now hold it right there. Stealthily stick my head in. Because you knew I would. Nat 20. I'm invisible. I might as well just hit a little button.
So I'm looking at your head as you're getting closer to it, and suddenly just.
I made the sound effects, not the ring.
He pulls your head out.
Oh no.
What the hell was that?
Nightmares. Literally.
Your head comes up and you are floor level. You kind of look around and there is a dark, cold mist that is drifting around the bottom level of this room. You look up and you see that it is completely void of a ceiling and subsequently a roof. You see the obscuring, time-displacing mist above you, realizing that you are now looking out of the witch's hut. As you kind of look up and you see the branches of the willow tree off to one side and look around, you see that there are bones scattering everywhere, along with several kind of discarded items. You see daggers, knives, things like that, and you start to get the feeling that something has scoured this area and taken anything of value from it. As you kind of look around all of this, you hear this whooshing sound, turning as you see Alok land on the tree in the far corner. She hits, her legs clinging to the branches as it winds and dead limbs fall to the ground. She shivers and shakes as her wings extend and fold in, and you see nearly all of her wounds are already healed. As she just kind of and makes this skittering noise. She looks up to the sky and begins to scan for a moment. And as you look kind of to see what she's looking at, you see a nightmare dragon falling in slow motion as it pierces through that hull, and it suddenly is just and it falls at full speed and hits within this lair. She jumps on it. It is wounded but not dead. As she begins to bite into its neck and pin it to the ground, ripping into it, it roars out in pain as she begins to devour this dragon. I might have said adult, I meant young.
Oh my god. Interesting thought. If I were to put something solid on the exit side of that, would that keep something from coming through it?
Or just
Like
put
a
it
lid.
back in the bag of holding.
No, because I don't want it to be able to get stuff out of my bag.
I don't think that's how bags of holding work.
What is this?
That's how the ring works.
Yeah,
I totally could.
I think that would work. I also,
Because it throws it into astral space, and you draw it from astral space into the material you're blending in. That's why there's no air in it.
Just saying.
I like the idea of it being able to.
I mean, your game, your rules, but I think mechanically that's how it.
He may be
That's
right
how
with
it
that,
works.
But
that what?
So, like, when you put something into the bag of holding, it goes into the astral sea. It just floats there in like a separate pocket dimension, and then when you like call for the item, you draw it from the hole
So if one of those rings are in the bag, then the other ring isn't earned.
because it goes to the next.
Because they'd have to be on the same plane of
It's not on the same
existence.
plane of existence.
oh,
Yes.
oh, I know that.
Yes. So yeah, you don't have to put anything on it. You just
Cool.
have to throw it in your bag of holding.
I'm like, put it in here quick.
What is it?
It's a bag of holding.
Yes, actually.
Ragnar's not here, so I have to do it.
Harry, I'm gonna wring your neck if you don't start talking.
Oh,
Not with that ring, please.
Not with that ring. So that is a gate ring.
Huh?
It's a pair. The other pair is in Sadrak's lair. Not Sadrak. Sorry. What was her name? Alok. Oh, that'd be much scarier. Alex's lair, where she is fully healed and just murdered a young nightmare dragon. Finished murdering a young.
Well, let's put it back where we found it.
No.
Just huck it down that hole.
Yep.
Or
we could use this to surprise attack her.
we'll just get the other ring.
I can fit
Great.
Impressive. Are you gonna take on Alok by yourself?
What about the more stout among us?
Yes, please.
Whoa. Can't see with all this shit.
I've described Dr. Isaac as emancipated.
He's
I
just,
wasn't emancipated.
he's just
She's
checking,
not that.
checking
It's
news
like
through it.
it's like Moxie. It's like we all know why.
Fat. Eat salad.
So it is a way through.
Uh-huh.
So she was putting a lot of neat things through the gate into the crevice.
Now she'll
But
realize
why the
that it
crevice?
won't work.
Yes.
Oh. Let that one sink in for a little bit. She'll realize that the other ring isn't working. Because
Well, there's also an
around
imp.
this point.
We can reanimate an imp if we want to.
Why would you do such a horrid thing?
If that's fickle, he may have information.
He's not guaranteed to talk to us.
He looks at Ragenar.
I extend my hand out.
We need him to talk, not scream.
Maybe
I
a more planned location.
Mayhaps.
I was in that room with the door.
Patience, or good things come to those who wait. My dear Ragenar.
Also, one of the crystal balls was there.
Oh.
Oh,
So,
where is it now?
In the astral sea, in a pocket dimension.
Wonderful.
You put it in your bag.
Yep.
Why?
Why not?
It's
Look for the tangle into your fingers.
They were unattended.
For the record, I'm on Team Perry.
me too. I
I
don't know
didn't
why
actively pickpocket.
What's wrong with him stealing one of the scene
Yeah.
words?
Picking everything up that's not tied down.
From
It's
a
something you do in
witch's hut.
Skyrim, not something you do.
From a witch's hut of an evil witch that serves nightmare dragons in the plane of nightmares.
We should probably leave most of the stuff alone.
Damon may have a point. Some things may be cursed. If we're not careful.
Oh, it's very
I somehow trust Mary in this one.
Cursed.
Yeah, we're totally not cursed.
Someone who has the ability to just proceed or something distract or not.
I mean, that's you.
He has an uncanny knowledge of such
Trapped is
things.
different from cursed.
Right.
I hand you a bottle.
Why, thank you.
It's a potion to remove curse. It has infusion.
It's a potion of infused curse.
Infused
I'm blind!
It's an infusion.
That's a thing I can eventually do.
It's an infusion of curse.
Darn it! I prepared.
That one brain cell working over that.
I prepared an extract of remove curse.
Nice.
That could come in handy, actually.
I feel like Taylor should have done that. Restoration.
Does he have infusion?
Oh, also, we can use wands.
I can use one.
Your light ones.
How many charges does it have?
redundant
30.
to have the healer have your lot one.
I've given it to you.
The cure of long lights.
I am well versed.
I give it to James.
I was just making a statement, like, it's accountable in this
And I have one of lesser restoration.
So, what was in that door?
I asked the same question.
It's a big open room. Consistency, my dude.
It's what Ray just said, it's just in his voice.
It's just a big room.
With nothing else.
Nothing I can tell.
watching you guys scroll through this one.
Investigate, yeah.
And we would like to open the room that Ragenar opened.
You may open the room that Ragenar opened. It sounds like the lyrics to a song.
Who opened it?
Ragenar.
No, who opened the door?
Ragenar.
I would.
Who is opening the door?
I would listen.
A pulse echoes it. No, I'm just kidding.
Do I feel it? Is it better?
Oh.
It's a pulse of techno. Pulse of techno.
You open the door, and that thing is previously described as before you.
I tried to attempt
I'll let your comment.
Okay, you may want some help with that.
You want to help me?
Sure. I ate him with a 20.
Nice. 39. So 41.
You would firstly recognize that that's a trap.
That's a trap.
Secondly, that is a circle of polymorph.
Oh.
More specifically, a very powerful circle of polymorph. A circle of polymorph that will turn you into an object rather than another living creature.
Oh.
Yes.
That is extremely powerful.
Ragenar walks in the room and table
Like a
walks out.
statue?
It was a fortitude save, so I mean...
Like a
I wasn't
like
going
a
to go in the room
tin,
no matter what.
like a little
Like
tin
a little
thing.
tin him?
It was.
Tin. A little tin.
Before you wonder, we know what it would turn me into.
Sure.
That'd be kind of hard.
Yeah, I'm going to say...
I'm-
You know it turns you into an object, you don't know what object.
With that, would I know how difficult it would be to disable it?
Yeah.
Extremely.
It's up there.
But impossible for the rogue extraordinary.
Uh,
Who's not a rogue,
I'm not a rogue.
nor a wizard.
Like, DC's like 40?
I would say you have disabled devices on similar levels. It is...
There's a wide gap there.
Yes, it is a powerful spell.
In the realm of possibility.
Yes, I mean, like, you're looking at it and you're like, I understand this. But there is a chance I may screw it up.
And if I screw it up,
It goes off.
It'll roll bad.
Yeah.
At the nearest person.
Why would somebody put a trap like that in a big giant empty room?
Why would an evil witch put a trap like that?
Probably to guard these other two doors. Also, I would assume that there's a way to bypass it.
With dungeoneering, does it seem like there's a way around it without going through here?
Wait, let me give you my roll first or something.
At 20.
With a 22, you saw a hallway that was longer than the hut is outside.
So there's no dungeoneering's useless here.
No,
For circumnavigating the field.
It's not useless, but a 22 is getting you nothing.
Okay. So do we risk this door or we go in?
I won't go through the other one.
You may.
I step back a couple of paces.
Ragenar, darling, would you rather Harry take a look at the door before you open it?
How accommodating. Oh, hang on. I reach out. And then Doug can open
Nope.
This is why I step back.
Yeah.
As you open the untrapped door,
Damon's really mad again.
Why is it me?
It's almost like I knew it was a trap.
you see a long room. It is narrow and long, and you are on the broad side of it. There's a door directly across from you. This door is made of heavy steel and has a large lock on it with an arcane symbol on the door. You see on the far side, directly to your right, a statue. This statue is, if anybody would like to roll Knowledge of the Planes, you may to identify what this statue is made of.
Nat 20.
Damon, with your newfound understanding of what lies beyond the realm of order and sanity.
What's your turn?
I was happy with my 26.
This is a bad time to point out that I have a new psychosis from.
That's a moon beast. And Terrace is like, firstly, what? And secondly, how? This is a life-size representation of a moon beast. A moon beast is very ape-like in its posture, with massive clawed forearms that extend out, and it walks upon these. It has small back legs with only 3 toes. A moon beast has kind of this, like a pale skin, similar to that of like a cephalopod. It is smooth and very ick. And very much like a cephalopod, it has no real distinguishing features on its head. It has no eyes to speak of, and it does have a mouth, but the mouth is located amongst a wriggling mass of tentacles that drop maybe 3 feet down from its massive head. A moon beast
Shakalaka-ding-dong.
is about 9 feet long and weighs 800 pounds. This thing is the same length, however, it weighs probably much more, being hewn, made completely out of stone.
Damon sees it, jumps back. Gods! And I explain what it's called. I don't really go into the description about what it is, but I just say what it's called.
What a learned man of the macabre. One thing to note about this, it normally rests or walks on its arms. This one has a clenched fist turned up and extended out.
Does it look like it was frozen in that shape? Or was it hewn?
That would be a spellcraft or knowledge arcana.
And do spelling craft.
I vaguely remember we talked about this before.
Because when you went to the Unnamed Rock, the owner of the Unnamed Rock was a priest.
Oh,
Yes, and the burnt saffron was gathering souls and delivering them to the moon beast, and also the witch, because they were working together to take over the land of Ling.
Yes.
Because the moon beast just chills in Ling, and she's from the Nightmare Realm, so they're like,
Damon's very pale, and he's not going back into that room.
38 is what.
No.
it was not transformed. This is just what it be.
That's the preferred.
It's a bad omen.
Is it? It looks like it's holding something.
It has a clenched, upturned fist. So if there was something in its hand, it is covering it.
No, I'm not getting anywhere near it. We need to. No.
Hey, Rage, buddy. You wanna try and pry the stone open with your awesome, amazing strength?
No.
Buddy, old pal. Okay. I'll try it. Why not?
This is the plan. This is the plan we're going with. Taylor says. You know how I suggested we have a plan.
Yeah.
This is our plan.
We have seen things. Now we act.
What is our contingency here? Like, what if it is trapped or?
And I should get a tingly feeling.
Okay.
You'll be fine. We're here to help you. Right?
The door is locked.
It seems to be.
Every locked door means that there's something hidden behind that is worth.
Spoke like a true rogue.
he has fair points.
Nobody would lock a door if they weren't trying to keep me away from
Exactly.
There's totally never doors that are locked to keep
Are we on the
the
same
thing
page
inside
here?
the door.
I feel like we're on the same page here.
And that scares me.
What's the worst? I'm not gonna finish it.
Yeah, you don't want to know.
You could,
His last words were, "Hey guys, watch this."
not to dig up old wounds here. You could end up throwing a fireball at yourself and all your party members, killing everyone, including yourself. you could be turned into a fish and kicked into a perpetual ball of fire twice.
Good
You could be
memories.
charged by an ogre in a mighty farm field.
Forgetting
Or-
that dashing is the thing.
That could be the key
That-
to
truly, the
fortune.
possibilities are endless.
Let's just say, the last time I touched something, I got the power to, and in your mind say, read and talk through minds.
Yeah, I killed that thing. I said,
Okay, so it's literally
Oh,
straight
it's
across.
terrifying.
He just showed me a picture of what I'm touching.
So we're coming from.
That's gross.
At what point does his rogue senses
This was the closest thing I could find to it.
A gurgle.
A gurgle.
A girl.
Fair approximation, since eldritch horrors aren't really meant to be described.
And H.P. Lovecraft is like, allow me to describe it.
It's undescribable and proceeds to spend the next 3 paragraphs
But imagine
describing
something
it.
that's undescribable. He describes that, and you're like, this is worse than what he's saying.
In the color from outer space, it's like a color unperceivable by humans. This is what it looks like. It's like you're reading it, you're like, oh, I understand 3 of these words.
This color is.
And that's
H.P. Lovecraft
And everything
made up
else.
more words than Shakespeare.
Whoa.
So any senses going off throughout this journey?
Mine are, but nobody's listening.
It's not even.
It's fine.
It's not flush. Okay.
It's also dying.
Does anyone else go into the room?
Oh, that's a great question.
No.
Okay.
Wait, you're sensible in this moment?
That should be.
What if he
your
gets
That
something?
should be-
Ragenar, what if he gets something you don't get?
first- I would hand him a rope. No, him.
Oh.
Oh,
There's a lot of hymns here.
nice.
Well, I have the other end of the rope.
Perfect. And I go to the statue.
Tie it to yourself.
And I tie it to the
You could
wrist
just
of
tell
the
it to tie it to
statue.
himself.
I do that.
You tie it to the statue. Pull twice. That! He's just sucked into the room. And Perry runs out of the room and shuts the door. He'll be fine.
Hey, Festophilus, our agreement's done.
No, you did not murder me.
He shuts
A
the door.
moon beast did.
But you're dead, and I didn't stop it, so.
In theory, I killed you.
I think if you were to shut the
Oh,
door,
for a
that's
while,
sufficient.
yeah. I fondly touched the door. Goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
There was nothing we could do.
You hear him on the other side.
I can still hear his voice. Crying out for mercy.
Hear this thing rattle, and I grab the handle and keep it from turning.
It's like he's almost here.
Nothing.
He's here with us in liquid. In a viscous material. I'm sorry, what do you do? Would you like to RP something?
Oh, that was
No,
funny.
not of this is great. Let's see. No, what?
So nobody else goes in? I was the only one that said no, so I was making sure.
Does anybody else go in? No? That's fine. You don't have to.
We don't know. We don't have to.
I am ready with the rope to yank backwards.
Okay. So I will attach
Outside
that
the-
to me. That's what it is. And I will move forward and inspect the statue a little closer, perceptively.
Okay.
Do I get any additional bonuses?
I'm sorry.
Do I get any additional bonuses?
No.
Okay, 34. Cool. Cool. I'll take my crowbar. And
Okay,
using
yeah, that-
a feat that I completely forgot I took way long ago.
Which two of this?
Knowledge is power. I could use my intelligence check in lieu of a strength check.
Wow.
Yeah. Using leverage.
Smarter, not harder.
Work smarter, not harder.
He fulcrums and leverages.
He's like, wait a minute, this might actually be a chance now.
If I have a long enough lever, a fulcrum, and solid ground upon which to stand, I can pry this
the
open.
earth. I can move the earth.
Oh, I rolled a 3.
How long does he try before making?
So that'd be a 13.
13, you say.
Huh?
With a crowbar.
With
so
a
there's
crowbar, so it's
bonuses.
+2. No, it's with a crowbar.
Oh.
Yes.
Does a 33 hit your flat-footed?
Oh!
From whence?
We're giant rubies.
But it's a stone.
As it punches you with the hand you're trying to
Oh,
stab.
not
no,
magic.
It doesn't punch him.
I said you can roll knowledge arcana or a perception check.
You said spellcraft, right?
Spellcraft. Oh yes, I did. Spellcraft to determine whether it was turned into stone, or
Uh,
arcana to identify what it truly is.
Oh, I didn't heard you first thing. Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely does.
You take 22 points of damage.
Ooh.
As you pry the crowbar into the fist, the other hand comes up and slams into you. It sends you flailing back as you hit the ground, and you see the arm return to its place and its hand extended. I'll allow you to roll another arcana check if you like.
to roll an arcana check, please.
You shake all the fog off your head.
Yes, sir.
Maybe it knocks some common sense into it.
Not enough. I've seen
This
enough
is
for
what we
God.
call a learning experience.
26.
With a 26, you would recognize this as a stone golem.
Oh! So you know how I declared my eyes and activated that vision?
No.
Yeah, it was the first time I heard about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I said that last session. I turned on my eyes in the skeleton. Because the stone golem, I would have been able to know that it was a golem. Because they can see constructs.
You see a construct.
But you didn't go in the room.
I was at work one day and I needed like a pair of needle nose pliers that were like that long.
Oh, Lord.
And I was working really hard to like fish something out. And I'm like, man, at home I got a pair of needle nose pliers like that long to be really good for this. And the guy that was with me goes, cool. That doesn't help. Cool. That didn't help.
Oh,
Thank you for telling that absolutely useless story.
Because he's like, hey, I could have told you that was a golem. Cool.
I'll just say 22 points of healing, please.
Roll me a sense motive. Oh, you also get one question about stone golems.
I know basic things about them, right? So,
You know that they are animated constructs out of stone.
but then they're not enchantments. I would know that, right? Like break enchantment, but not.
Not that you're aware of, but without any questions, you're not certain of anything.
Special defenses.
They have damage reduction. However, knowing what overcomes their damage reduction is a separate question. How much damage reduction they have is also a separate question.
I can give you some insight on that. Base does not.
Constructs are immune to death effects, disease, mind-affecting effects, charms, compulsions, phantasms, patterns, and moral effects, necromancy effects, paralysis, poison, sleep, stun, and any effects that require a fortitude save, unless the effect also works on objects or is harmless. Constructs are not subject to non-lethal damage, ability drain, fatigue, exhaustion, or energy drain. Constructs are not at risk of death from massive damage. They are also immune to all forms of magic. Mostly. And sense motive?
Oh. 20.
With a 20, you stumble back. Taurus draws his gun and he's ready to rush in and help. The creature puts its other arm back down and it does not pursue attacking you.
Like, that's all we got. It's not combative. Should we offer Ragnar? Let's offer it Ragnar.
I would like that. Because who doesn't want Rage?
Rage.
What do you prefer?
You go by Rage.
I think we should give it the bird.
Hmm?
There is no bird here. was.
I got you. I'm not racist.
It's like you had to say it at least once an episode.
That counter rolls to 0.
We've gone 0
Stream
days.
session.
It's been 1 day since.
Zero.
I was short-lived.
What do you suggest we offer it?
A command word?
Let me inspect the log first. Spellcraft or perception?
Spellcraft.
38.
With a 38 spellcraft, you see that lock is an actual magical item. It's not just a mundane lock.
Okay.
And there is a key that is the component to breaking the enchantment of the arcane spell lock on it.
Okay.
So if the key was to fit into the lock, the enchantment would be broken. However, it can still be picked.
It doesn't seem to be trapped, though.
You get tickles.
Crap.
Yes. You can roll me perception to...
Let's just see how sturdy it said was. 27.
You are so tickled. What'd you get on
I'm
perception?
only a 27.
That gets it.
Okay.
Yes. The door, it seemingly looking this over, aside from just the effects of what the trap do, it seems that whomsoever created it didn't try to hide that it's trapped at all. It just is a trap door, and they were like, good luck. You know, get wrecked, nerd, as you would say. You understand that the spell that it would give, what the trap does is it sends out a spell-like ability that would flood the room in its entirety. Anyone caught in it would be able to cast spells as if they were 2 caster levels higher than they are. And then they would suffer from the confusion spell for 1 minute.
That's funny.
It makes you more powerful,
And then confuses you.
and the fact that magic doesn't work on the golem, it doesn't matter if you're as powerful as magic you think. Eli came up with that on his own.
He wants to see his friends kill each
I mean,
other. Well, I mean, yeah. there's
Who
that.
doesn't, says Shane.
There's that.
I don't.
All
It's
right.
not back up.
All right, team. I need to
No,
help.
we're not doing that?
There's a lot of pieces at play here.
Uh-huh.
I go up to the golem. I extend my arm out to get the crowbar.
You can always just ask it nicely. Mr. Golem, may I please have the key?
There is no response.
Act on saying the same phrase.
And then I hand you.
The crowbar. Do I have to be proficient with a crowbar to use a crowbar
No, I just
to
give it.
fight with it?
It
I
just
feel
gives
like
you-
there was a lot of stank on that question, and I did nothing to earn it.
I wanted to make sure. I just want to
If
make
you
sure.
get a plus
that-
2,
No,
sure.
okay. So
You get -4, but it only gives you a +2 if you're proficient with it.
So it's a strength check.
Yes,
So
and it gives you a +2.
Use me.
Does a 32 hit you?
Yeah, barely.
You take 24 points of damage as this thing bats you back, and you just kind of like stumble backwards.
Okay, and how long's it been since the fire?
You're completely. Well, not anymore.
It was how much damage? 24. 24? I'll try it again.
Can someone stop him?
Be my guess.
Oh, it's one less.
11.
Oh.
This is.
Is there...
I look around the room for clues.
Yeah, I was about to say, can I...
I can't roll over a 5 right now. That's weird.
You take 28 points of damage, As this thing strikes you again, after it hits you the second time, its upturned hand turns, hits the ground, and it steps off of its pedestal. And I will need the rest of you to roll for initiative. But first, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back in just a minute. Burp. See you. sneezes, then it like, welcome back, adventurers.
Circuiting. Quick, turn them off and turn it back on.
You always turn me on.
Oh, baby. That's
Oh.
recorded for everybody.
Top of the initiative, Damon.
Oh, gosh.
I only had 10 dice.
I
For
am...
reference, Ragnar is in front of the statue, not Delaney. Sorry.
You were in front of the door, right, Delaney?
Mm-hmm. All right, close it.
And I
Thank
am
you.
at the door, holding the rope attached to Perry.
So, since I don't have, like, clear memory of what happened during my time on those planes, what would you suggest would be the effect of an eldritch creature like this?
Baku has removed any psychosis or insanities that you had.
Okay.
That you had. If you would like to roleplay something, you may. However, I am not giving you any direct negatives or effects.
Okay. Then I will treat it as if I know that it's something that I am afraid of, but it's not something that paralyzes me.
Well, with that nat 20, I'll say it's shaped like something that you're afraid of, but
Right.
it is not that thing.
Okay. I go charging into the room at
Parry.
full speed.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Yes.
That will enter into its attack radius. It gets a free
Okay.
swing at you. Does a 35 hit you?
Yes.
19 points of damage. As you run into its attack range, and it gives you one of these.
Pow.
Attaboy.
Except for it's like 20 pounds
My
of stone.
25 points of damage?
I
What did you say?
think it's a.
19. You said 19.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe. That was so long ago.
We have a room full of people and none of us know what it was.
Okay. Okay. I take it like a man. I'm like, "Ugh," and I attack it back.
Are you gonna do it the same way it did at you?
Are you charging?
No, I'm already there.
Plug it in. Plug it in.
How do I get
Just
it?
roll. Just roll. Just roll. Roll.
Should have kept the other one. That one.
Lovely.
You swing at this creature, your sword sinks into the stone and just. It is wedged in there now. On your next attack, instead of making a full round attack, you will have to use a move action to wedge that free.
Okay.
Here we are. Perry.
I like to perceive the room, see if there what had opened it.
There's no indication in the room.
In the room, is that
Yeah.
the base of the statue?
No,
Is it behind the statue?
the answer doesn't lie in this room.
Well,
As if you would have been rewarded for exploration.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna still say that I took the time to do that.
Okay.
Goose.
You still have a move action.
I'm gonna move back toward the other door. Yep.
You may.
Walk slowly in defeat.
Do you take any actions?
I regret.
You may. That is a free action.
Oh.
An instant action. Oh, probably. I'm gonna move it towards the left. I'm going to quick study that. That is a gold.
And no one can take that away from the James.
And I'm gonna shoot it.
Uh-oh.
Are they not immune to precision damage?
No.
Those come pretty short.
Oh boy. The bullet bounces off of it. Well, that's not good, he says.
Oh.
Can't do enough damage.
Ragenar.
Cool.
No, not without precision damage, I can't.
I move there. Does it attack me?
No.
Okay, cool. I reach around and help unwitch his sword.
You may.
Sorry?
Was that a free 5-foot step?
Yeah.
So with one of your, I'll say with one of your attacks, because you take a free 5-foot step, you're able to reach over and pull it free. So it clatters to the ground at Damon's feet. But you still have your second attack if you'd like to use it.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's over a 5 for a change.
25?
25 will not strike your opponent. You swing your axe.
Yes.
It strikes the creature bouncing off of it. Sparks fly off of it, but it seems wholly unaffected.
Oh no, I can do it.
Constructs. It is going to take a free
Our power should combine.
Yeah, it's going to take a free 5-foot. Free 5-foot. Oh. Oh no!
It's
We
gone.
kill it! Woo! Yay! And it's back!
Oh no!
Damn it!
It phased you.
Let's try this again, shall we?
It's a face construct.
Oh God!
Yeah, we.
It moves up. It's not been really hurt by anyone, but you were the one actively trying to get the key.
There's a key.
I mean, that's not. Does a 41 hit you?
Yeah.
It just keeps getting higher.
Almost twice.
Dealing 15 points of damage. As it takes a heavy step forward and just punches you across the face, sending black blood spattering across the ground. Dr. Tone.
I'm trying to see because spiritual weapon does force damage. It also it's a touch attack.
Mm-hmm.
It's a spell touch attack, not a against its AC.
Mm-hmm.
But I was trying to see if it causes
Trauma?
no, if like the golem's natural magic resistance would affect it, but it doesn't say anything about constructs. So instead, I am going to do. I need to add that. I will, as a standard action, activate my healing clerical aura. I have that for at least the next minute.
Okay.
Uh,
You have a magical aura about you. The golem doesn't seem to care.
That was so unnecessary.
So that is a standard action. Can I move such that I am 20 feet from Damon? But I think I'm next to Perry, but 20 feet from Damon. Yeah.
You may.
Such that if I needed the channel, I could start channeling.
Groovy. You take an action.
That's
Damon.
Pick your sword up. I dare you. It hasn't gone yet, so it doesn't have.
It doesn't have
its,
any attack opportunities left. You're good.
Pick it up. You're welcome. That was your foot kicking it up to your hand.
That's pretty cool.
Thanks, but Eli's a good actor. I knew what happened.
He's not in any movies.
It's not
Literally in the Marvel movie?
He's got an IMDb page. Okay.
Anybody can make
Come on.
those.
One best actor at the next film festival.
You've got 2 awards for
I
acting.
have 3 awards.
You have
for
3.
acting.
Wow. What
Yeah,
a
this is
friend.
my 3rd one.
I attack this thing again. 26.
26 will strike your opponent.
I was one off.
6 points of damage.
The sparks fly off of it, and it doesn't seem to care.
Yeah, man.
It's almost like we need something stronger.
Do you take any of that?
I missed my adamantine sword. Did I mention that? Okay. No, I don't.
Yeah, just now.
Perry.
Does the door, the arcane lock door, seem to have a gap in it such that gas could leak through it?
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Would that trigger a trap after walking through? If I gassed my way through? I don't think it would.
The way that I imagined it, no. Because I have written down, tries to force the door open. Is what I have written.
Oh, we could do that too.
Oh, they probably will at one point.
Ragnar's like, you did it wrong. Our magic's stronger. Lightning bolts.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast gaseous form upon myself. and fart my way in through that door.
Don't your movement speed go to 20?
I gotta make sure.
Squeak my way downtown.
10.
Oh, okay.
So I move 10 feet closer. I fart my way 10 feet
I
closer.
mean, you
to the
can
door.
Why would
double
you
move.
not move to the
Oh, no,
door?
you can double move because you cast.
So the 4 aren't the cast?
No, but I didn't think about that. So that's what I'm
Okay.
doing. This is the order in which it is done.
Do you take any other actions? Ineffective actions. Guess what, guys?
Wholly unnecessary.
That's a sylph. Do I get an extra 5 feet of movement?
Harris is like,
Alright.
I didn't do
My
anything.
job.
Just as effective.
Didn't do anything with it. Whatever.
To be fair, the caster looked at the stone golem and said, I can't touch that.
Yeah, no, I have nothing. Or my daggers. That rely on sneak damage to be effective.
Fingering.
Here we go.
Scorpio.
Is it going after Damon this time?
Here's the go for
You
target.
were the closest one that attacked it now.
Are you giving it ideas?
Yeah. What do you mean? Am I giving it ideas?
That's so rude.
Oh, you know what I mean?
Just use the iron gate ring as a shield. They go to punch you, they just punch through the other side.
Punch Ale on the right.
But for real though, for a minute, imagine that as a buckler.
Oh, a buckler, not a buckler. I'm
yeah.
sorry. Deep punch. You got one down here and one up here.
I'm the spot.
Nothing makes sense.
I think that was more when they tried to hit his head.
Is he going into base combat?
No.
Aced.
Okay.
That's my last one. Please make it count. Runs.
He's using it!
Aiden's getting some distance. Look at those cheeks he's beating. He's just out of here. Oh boy. Ragnar.
I'm gonna move. I'm just gonna out of this attack range. I want to move more.
5 foot step.
No, I'm moving more.
Okay.
The haste is going. Why that way? I'm using it. I'm using it.
That's what I'm doing.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm attacking it. Does it?
You may.
Okay.
Do you get bonuses if you go long distance?
No. 28.
'Cause
That will strike your opponent.
make more sense than what.
Is that like
I hate that.
monk
Wait, I
feat?
have to use a full round. I can't do that. It was just me moving. So I only get one attack, right?
Bottom strike?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. 3 hits. I didn't declare it.
You're the next player.
I know what I'm doing.
Bankruptcy.
26.
26, you said.
Hey!
Some of that went good.
He did 6 points of damage.
Running up to the creature, you hit it with the axe. It recoils from the blow. By the way, the necromantic damage doesn't do anything.
Then minus 3. I'll just not roll it.
Chips of it fly off, and you're just kind of like, oh, I wish that would have hurt more than it did. You take another actions. It's going to respond in kind. Nat 1, would you like to take another hit at it?
Yes.
And Damon, I'll allow you to swing at it too.
It's a good thing
that's
I don't
unfair. I don't know why, but it is.
That's a control.
Yeah, I'm gonna bottle strike.
19.
That will not.
Adding flanking?
Do I get flanking bonus?
You have to be exact opposite sides of it.
Not on a larger creature.
Never mind, then yes.
21.
21 will still not.
The line betwixt the two of you has to go through the center of the model.
Good use of the word.
30.
They
Is
will
a
strike
strike
it.
action on a attack of opportunity?
That's a 10, and that's our 12. That's 20.
Have a teamwork
that's
feat.
32.
Plus 4 on both.
But he has to have a
44
teamwork feat, too.
damage.
No.
Delicious.
I know.
You hit into this thing. A huge chunk of its face hits the ground. The tentacles spattering into rubble as it turns and looks at you. And Damon goes, "Pink." Who has the? Never mind. Don't.
Can I go to identify this creature,
You may. Knowledge Arcana.
knowing it is a stone golem, sorts from?
Did you say that?
Hard enough.
No, I didn't say that.
Never mind. I don't know anything. I know jack about what this thing is, and I still know jack with my 3.
Well, it's not Jack.
I rolled a 3 plus 7 is 10. Does a 10 beat the DC of a stone golem?
It doesn't even mean it's CR.
So close.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
Wait, what? What?
Because I saw him take smacks from the golem before.
oh yeah.
That was nothing.
The animated statue. If you
And the
It's like
statue
Gollum.
that is now moving and punching friends. You are currently, are you incorporeal or are you just going to be affected by stuff?
I'm gas.
Thank you for not answering my question. Just for that, I'm not healing you.
So you're saying you're tired?
I use my
or you're
selective
really gassed?
channeling to not heal.
Specifically not.
Got him.
I would like
I
to
become
do a channel.
insubstantial,
You may.
but not incorporeal.
Is this gonna hurt the
Yeah,
golem?
And I, no. And I did state I
Real
have
middle of the road. Wow, exactly middle of the road.
2 1s, 2 6s, and a 3.
So you healed everyone?
So, no, not you. You're a guess. I can't.
I'm not incorporeal.
Oh, sorry, not you. 25 times.
Oh, them some salty heels.
He says,
Myself,
I'm
25.
gas, I guess.
Yes, I held Barry.
Oh man.
He said yes, he heals.
I know.
How much?
Do you take any actions?
21. Oh, I would have moved 10 feet closer to do that. So, 1 this way to gain. Yes. Does not provoke.
No, it doesn't. Do you take any actions?
I have no actions to take.
Damon.
Alright, so I'm gonna smite this thing.
You may.
It is now smitten.
Splitter.
No.
It's
28.
meant-
Oh, yes.
With the flanking,
There you go. 30.
30.
you would have hit it anyway.
Nice.
Very nice. The best.
Rolls a 1.
15 points of damage.
Hey, you did fine.
Hey, that's pretty good. I love that.
Noise.
That was pretty like
That was pretty spot on.
You channel this kind of like gray energy washes over you. As you thrust your sword into it, it pierces into its rocky hide, but not as much as you'd like. But it does do something.
Better than your sword being stowed.
You taking any actions?
The sword in the stone.
Hey, you have a second attack, don't you?
What?
You have a second attack?
Oh yeah, I do, don't I?
Indubitably.
Take that thing. That's
Nope. That's a nope.
that's a note. Let's see.
carry the 2, 3.
He's carrying it.
11.
That's a really big
15.
That took way longer than it should have.
Drawing your sword out, you kind of like bump it with your shield. It's still focusing on Ragenar, and you're just like, "Hey! Look at me!"
I do stuff.
Perry.
I will farce my way through the door.
Toot toot.
And split the party.
Hang on. Question. Does he die?
I mean, not this round.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Next round.
The witch is on the other side of the door.
Which witch?
It's so good.
Is it the
Shakes.
What is going
Which
on?
witch? Oh yeah. Didn't go there when they built it. There's a witch you can take.
I've had it. Yes, just kidding.
I've never been there before.
Just
It's delicious.
kidding. It was.
Moving into the room, you kind of like shift and wrap around the door. The room is completely dark. There are torches on sconces surrounding the room, but none of them are lit. You see that there are pillars rising up. I'm trying to remember how it's laid out in my head because I'm not just going to bring it up. I guess I could, but I'd have to like move anyway. I may have to. As you seep into there, you see that there are bones scattered all over this room. These bones look as if they've had meat gnawed off of them or just like rotting flesh hanging from them. You see in the center of this room, curled up on a pile of straw, it raises its head when it sees you, is an adult nightmare dragon. It is larger than the one that Alok ate. As it turns and looks at you, it has a muzzle over its mouth, a collar around its neck with magical runes etched into it, and a chain tethering it to the wall, but with enough slack that it can get to the door. It sees you and it stands up. This dragon is weakened. It looks half starved and wounded. As it stands up, you see that its wings are bound to its back, and it looks at you with an ire, as if it doesn't want anything in this room. Like you being in this room, it's like that needs to die. But it also doesn't quite know what you are.
Okay. Nightmare dragons speak.
Well, yeah, they're intelligent creatures.
Yeah.
Not this one, because it has a muzzle.
Or you can telepathically communicate with each other.
I will telepathically communicate and say, be still.
You hear a melodic woman's voice in your head. Who are you?
What? Something's not right.
Terrace's turn.
Shoot him! Shoot him!
It will literally do nothing.
Shoot him, Troy!
You guys seem like you're pretty
Bate, happy morning.
Just in the way,
He runs up to the door and he kind of pulls one of these.
He's about as useless as that two before.
Didn't he give you haste?
No. Yes, he did.
Would you like to take your turn?
Yeah.
With haste
Yeah.
and flank? And the extra attack that comes with it?
Yeah.
At your full base attack bonus?
Okay, what? Hear me.
I'm hearing.
20.
Yeah. All together?
Stat base.
He rolled it.
You rolled a 2. 20 will do nothing.
Second attack.
You may.
Nat 20. Hear me out.
Hear me out.
Hear me
Wait
out.
for it. Here comes the one.
Not a 20. Stat base. That one's tough.
What is he talking
That one is
Winky face.
23.
God, the
To confirm. To confirm.
With the +1 and the flanking?
Yeah.
That will not confirm. But you do hit it.
Yeah. And then the extra attack at full base. 21. Because I roll a 3.
Not strike your bone.
Womp womp.
28.
28 points of damage?
Sir.
Delicious.
Sir.
Ice cube. Because it's not lit.
Oh. Wait. Okay. I can math. You slam into this creature. You see spiderweb fissures kind of rolling through its entire body as it just tanks hit after hit. It doesn't like you.
Oh, no. Yes, it hits.
Would you like to take an attack of opportunity?
Oh!
Yes.
Good damage you may as well.
Gravy.
Oh, and you're within attack range because you have a 10-foot reach with your whip, yeah?
I want a bottle
So never mind.
And he probably wouldn't want
I-
to anyways.
Not only would I probably not hit it, I probably wouldn't be able to damage it with my weight.
36.
36 will strike your opponent.
36.
36 will strike your opponent.
19 damage.
That's cute. 34 damage.
Oh, great.
You know, it reminds me of that thing from Invincible. Look at what he needs to acquire even a fraction of my power.
The creature has its back turned to you as it's squaring up to Ragenar. Ragenar, you roll your blade into a reverse grip as you sink in between its shoulder blades. The blade disappears just kind of into the mass of this creature, and then suddenly you feel your blade go limp and you fall through as Ragenar busts through its chest, sending it kind of scattering to the ground. And just like that,
Oh boy.
you're out of combat.
He is phased out of this plane.
Is there a key on
Nice
there?
hit there.
Is there a what? Oh, yes. A black key scatters to the ground.
I knew that was coming.
Ring,
Ring, ding, ding.
Oh, yeah.
Pulling up the drain.
Bang, bang, bang.
That's how the plane of Ling got its name. The sound a key makes when it falls.
There are worse reasons for names, so I'll take it.
Like what? Yes, what? Don't want to get into that. Shots fired.
You okay there, buddy?
Boy, he's looking something up.
What happened?
Apparently we're playing staring contest and I'm definitely losing.
That's what broke him.
I was like, I'm not going to stay that long.
How's the game bored? It was either I get bored and I stop, or I start zoning out and just going into different scenarios.
Of?
I've imagined things.
I need to get better. I'm sorry, everyone.
Is it new? Oh. Those are like 2-day stats. You really are into it.
We're not talking about a different game. I don't know what you're talking about. I am actively participating in this combat encounter. I'm looking at you.
It's
Caleb.
over.
Does nothing? Sounds
I ain't
like me and
totally paying attention
LOL.
and know that
Play old
Ragnar.
school RuneScape.
Yeah, I was also just reading chat. Does nothing. Sounds like me indeed. LOL.
Thanks, chat.
I did not know
Hey,
that's how you
chat.
spell terrorist.
Yeah. Well, I keep this pulled up, so whenever he said terrorist, I was like, oh, I know exactly how he spells I would have not known. It was that way. That's not big enough.
That's what she said. I couldn't stop. I started it.
Got him.
Tried to catch the words as they left your mouth.
You didn't try. It's just like adios. They're gone.
Intrusive thoughts one.
What keeps you trapped here?
Isn't this obvious? You hear in your head. She reaches up and pulls the chain around her neck.
Not physically. Are you bound to this place more than by chain and muscle?
If you mean by magic, then yes.
And if I were to remove your chain and muscle, you'd eat me.
He says, that depends on if I have a reason to eat you. Why would you do this? Who are you?
I am Aaron Arista. And I'm here to... I don't want to cause harm. I'm just trying to get home. This is not... I realize I'm in gas form like that.
Shrug my nose.
I don't even know where
my
to look at you.
non-existent shoulders.
Where do I look at you? Is this just floating around?
You're telling the truth.
If I don't have to harm you, you're not trying to harm me. I have no reason to keep you chained up. You seem different than all the other
nightmare dragons
I'm no nightmare dragon, she says.
are. You're trapped inside in a
No.
different form.
She touches the collar. It's an illusion the hag has put on me. We found it a cruel joke.
That sounds funny.
You may.
Not 20.
With a nat 20, you tilt your head and you see the illusion kind of shift and fade, and you can sense the magic that's permeating off of the collar itself. This is not a nightmare dragon. This is a dream dragon.
Oh, dope.
Oh.
Huh.
Change the color there.
You mean red, right?
This is a
all the NPCs.
Oh, it's all polka dotted all over the floor.
That's the
Suddenly-
battle outside.
Oh no.
72 NPCs manifest.
Oh my gosh.
That's what
Leave
needs to
it
happen.
for after.
Terrible.
Leave it for after.
No. It'll take just a second. Entertain the masses.
I don't know how to
Juggle. Why did we?
Not even actual juggling,
Just
just
air
like
juggling.
miming juggling.
Like Will Smith on Oz. Ready? Ready? This one's coming at you. Go on.
It was the no hesitation, quick beat. Eli says, entertain the masses. All three of you went to juggling? That's clearly
Are you
why
telling
went
me-
to that.
Are you telling me you would not be entertained by juggling?
not
entertained? All three of them just started juggling successfully.
Yes, I would have been more entertained if they did it successfully, not just my.
Use your imagination. That's what this is all about.
I'm trying.
Ooh.
I can't. Oh.
I'm too busy reeling from the train wreck that just happened.
It's like that scene from Suicide Squad.
As I watch Eli hit it, and I just see the box slowly fall.
So what? You would think when he says entertain them, we would roleplay? Are you
Yeah.
crazy?
In this role-play game,
Oh my
this tabletop role-playing game we play.
Clearly, juggling is more entertaining.
Anyway.
If I
On a
had
more serious note.
If I had spent the years learning how to juggle instead of playing this game, I'd be a much better juggler.
Did a fake one?
Yeah.
That's funny.
So no serious moment.
Yes, serious moment.
I dispel my gaseous form. I couldn't get to the door.
Yes, I noticed.
Will you allow me to inspect the car?
She turns, tilting her head to one side.
And I step, which would be within melee range,
Oh yeah.
to inspect to see if it's trapped further or things.
GM's note.
Yes.
I don't know how you want to time this, but I would have Terrace inspect the door for me to see if there's traps outside of us unlocking the door. But I would have picked up the key and unlocked the door to get into this room. Whenever that comes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Power arm as a whole.
If I can actually play this. Let's go.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
The silence is shattered.
That hurt.
If you
It sounds
did it in
painful.
sync.
Anytime there's a wall.
Someday I'm just gonna come in,
And just
pull
do
it out,
it.
just start doing it.
Chainsaws.
Be way more impressive.
As you inspect the collar, a couple of things that you note is one, it's not only a slaver's collar, which anchors her into this area, and as long as she is wearing it, she can't do anything. She mentally can't do anything to try and break it. For every round that she wears this collar, it attacks with a mental mind-affecting effect that prevents her from doing anything to get out of it. So even though she's powerful, over time just wearing it, it would eventually do that. Another thing the collar does is it suppresses her magical abilities. As long as she wears it, she cannot change shape, and even if the muzzle wasn't keeping her from speaking, she wouldn't be able to cast any spells.
With either a 30, unless it's trapped, that'd be a 34. Is there anything particularly trapped about it that would prevent me from opening it, or is it magically sealed?
It is trapped.
Okay.
What did you get altogether?
34 then.
With a 34, yes, it is trapped. Any damage done to the collar, half of that damage done will go directly to her.
Is there a way to unlock it without damaging it?
Yes,
Okay. There's like a normal key.
there is.
What's your name?
My name is Serene. And yours?
Aaron. As I previously
That's previously.
Perrin Aerostep, you said that.
I wasn't trying to be deceptive.
She says, my name is Serene. Pleasure to meet you, Perrin. She says.
I'm going to attempt this. I can't promise it won't hurt you. I don't think it should. I'm pretty good at this.
What's in it for you to release me?
I didn't think about it. We can worry about that. I just want to get you trapped.
Did you say 24?
44.
To undo it?
I'm gonna break it. I imagine like this might hurt you a little bit. I'm going up.
Just hold still and
Start
takes that
stabbing
hammer
it.
and chisel.
You'll feel just a small
If
pressure.
I remove your neck, I can take the ring off.
I know a doctor. He's really good. Not me.
You begin working at the collar, tinkering and moving with it. You feel the tumblers begin to shift. You feel that magic pulsating through it as if it wants to activate. And then you feel the magic fade from it completely as it unsnaps and drops to the ground. She suddenly rears up. She grabs at her neck and kind of shifts back and forth. The door opens up.
Oh gosh.
Ta-da!
Poor time.
Hey, what are you doing?
Terrace is like, hey, the keyword. Ah! As she lands back down on the ground, rubbing at her neck. You see it is raw. The scales have long since been torn away, revealing just raw flesh beneath. As she grips at it.
Aaron?
Terrace steps back.
I kind of heads in the air because if it's a nightmare dragon, I don't. We killed it.
That's good.
Key.
Yes. Stay.
You killed
I'm not moving.
You killed the stone statue.
She is Serene is not as she appears.
The animate object.
It's cool. I am assuming you didn't release the nightmare dragon for free. I trust your intellect better than that.
Does it still look like a nightmare dragon to us?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, what?
If I may,
And I would like to remove the muzzle as well. Or was it all one piece?
No, it's a separate piece. So, yes, you may hit.
Not.
We were watching aghast as he crawls
Only
all
a-
over this giant
solidified
creature.
Only a 40.
It's not good.
I'm
You stated that.
No, that's what I'm saying, but he's still...
You're watching aghast.
Aghast,
Aghast.
yes.
I'm sorry,
Not
I apologize.
aghast.
Dang. There you go. Use your words right.
40.
Oh, you're right, that's not a 44.
You're right. It's 4 less.
Good job, guys.
4 fewer.
Roll for it.
3. Counting for the first time.
72.
I
I was
don't
reminded
know.
of a thing
I don't know
you
what
weren't
number
in that
this is.
campaign, so maybe you were.
44?
40.
14.
No, just 40?
Just 40.
Yeah, the DC's 40.
Okay.
It slides off. Ah! She opens her mouth. She looks down at you. Thank you.
Does she seem fatigued?
Oh, yeah. Mostly exhausted.
Easier to kill.
Well, wand of lesser restoration.
You use the wonderful.
I don't know.
I'm gonna give this to someone.
To the cleric who can
Because
actively
it's not
cast
an
this?
arcane spell, it's a divine spell. It's not on the list.
Can I trust her?
I cast the wand to someone else.
I catch it and I snap it in half. Is that what we're doing?
Hi. You've met my friend. I trust him. I don't know who you are. Dr. Isington. Nice to meet you. I use the charge from the wand to cure her exhaustion.
Does that knock her to fatigue, or does that get rid of it completely?
It removes the condition.
Okay. Her eyes get wide. She grabs her chest.
I'm not used to dragons. I'm like, not used to dragons, but I am a adept healer.
This is Serene. She is, in fact, a dream.
You see the image begin to blur as the magics from the collar fade. She still looks rough, but she turns into...
She's blue.
She looks like Falcor. Oh, it's a love dragon. Never mind.
Is she blue?
No.
That's still my Steam profile picture.
Yes, it is.
It has been for many, 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 many years.
Her scales are white. As white as clouds, with a similar pattern to them as what Perry has on his skin. With swirls of blue marked into the scales. She has a mane that runs down her head, unlike the spiked fin of the nightmare dragon. This mane seems to be made of a long silky hair that just kind of wafts and dances. Hers, however, looks as if its magic has been drained and it just falls limp down her neck. She has 2 antlers that come off to either side that you wouldn't think that a dragon with horns would have, but something more like cervid in nature. Her wings that are bound to her back are completely blue, and her tail is much longer than a normal dragon's tail would be and ends in that same tuft of bright blue fur.
I'm me, Amos, thinking back to the story we saw on the wall from the lanterns.
We don't know the dream dragon's name.
Right, but that's where the tear came from, right?
It comes from a dream dragon.
May I ask one more favor?
Of course.
She kind of shifts and she presents her back to you.
She wants you to hop on.
Alright. Yeah.
More specifically, she presents her bound wings to you.
Are they less than 40?
No.
Like a 34?
No.
I will take however long I need to. A 10 won't do, I need a 12.
I'm sorry, what?
I need to roll a 12. If if it's a 40.
Can locks be? Can you take
If he's under no threat.
20 on a lock?
Yeah.
Yes,
He's under
actually.
no duress. We'll keep watch. So
Technically, it would take an hour.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you begin tinkering with it as she kind of shifts, and you have lots of time to talk to Serene.
So I would almost go into doctor mode and like try to bandage and heal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to her and kind of like, I don't know dragons, but this looks like this hurt. I know how to like fix and mend that on humans. Doesn't work. So if he's taking an hour on that, can I take an hour and basically a heal check to bring her back up?
Sure.
So that would be a 41 on the heal check.
And that would do what to her?
If she's taking, I can do the thing where if she's taking the ability damage, I can heal 1d4 of that.
Mm-hmm. No. She does not take ability damage.
Okay. Let me check, because there's another aspect I can do that has a mechanical benefit.
How did you get trapped here?
She heals as many hit points as she has hit dice. Whatever her effective level is, which is usually from 100 hit dice. Now I took a 20, so we can double that. But usually.
Well, it's not as effective as the natural.
So. Who asked that? You asked
I
that?
did.
You said, my husband and I, regarding the Nightmare Realm, it was the charge of most dream dragons to keep anything manifested from the material plane into the Nightmare Realm from bleeding out into the other circles. But then the Dream Hag appeared one day. She brought with her a Nightmare Dragon that nobody had ever seen before. She challenged my husband. It should have been an easy fight, but rather than fighting him, she lured him into a trap, teleporting him to an isolated part of the Nightmare Realm where Sadrak was waiting. Together, the Dream Dragons would have torn him apart, but Sadrak was too powerful. I could feel where they were, and I left the clutch to go find him. All I found was my husband's body. His head had been rent from his body. Sadrak had been teleported from the area. She took him to my nest. By the time I got there, he was swallowing the last egg whole. He took everything from me. And then she bound me. Placed me here and disguised me as a nightmare dragon. She kept me here until she broke me. And then she took the dreamstone that I had produced for my son. And she's been using that to hurt people ever since.
Question. Did you produce another? Or is that like a special? I don't know the process.
If I felt lost like I had the first time, perhaps. But after the years I've spent here, I don't feel much of anything anymore.
I get that.
Except rage. Her lips kind of curl over, showing her fangs.
Oh, we can help with that.
No. I'm going to help you. You want to find your way home, and my tear can do that.
But we need the souls out of the tier.
Then I'll do whatever I can.
How about killing a witch?
That I can definitely do. The harness falls off. Her wings extend to either side as she rolls and flex them. She begins to shift, her body turning from a large creature, or I'm sorry, a huge creature, into a medium-sized creature. She turns into a beautiful woman. To give you like a number to that,
Charisma 36.
22. As she appears, her skin is as pale as the scales on her body, as pale as clouds. Her hair long and silken and still that bright blue color. She still looks hurt. She looks worn as if in prison. And she wears a bright white kimono with blue lining. I don't know how many of those I have left, but this will be easier to move through the hut until I need to shapeshift one last time.
Are there any other dangers we might face besides the hag and Alok?
Oh yeah. Let me tell you about them. She says, I know very little beyond what I've seen when she transported me here. Something I do know is a lot of her power was gained through making deals of dream travel. They would come into the dream world seeking some sort of escape from the material world. They would find her not knowing what she was, and she would make deals. She would grant them what they wanted, but in exchange, she wanted to know what they knew. This was a trick of a contract. If they agreed, she polymorphed them into a book. She has a library of trapped souls upstairs.
So maybe it's not the dream tier that's containing the souls, but they've all been turned into books instead.
No, she's done both. She's been gaining. She has an entire library from years of gathering souls that have come here. That dream tier has been a recent, relatively.
So does Graf have the bookshelf of souls too?
Awesome.
She doesn't know who grabbed it.
Yeah, that's not us. That was more of a
To the party who knows there's a guy who collects books.
You know a
And the
person by the name
Mercane.
of Palamon.
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact.
We're working with him.
Alamon's here. She says she seems excited.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alamon is a friend of the Dream Dragon.
He's fighting the nightmare dragons outside the hut.
We have to. She kind of stumbles. We have to help.
We are the main force here to fight the witch. They are the distraction force. To stop the nightmare dragons from coming into here.
Is Sadrak with his clutch?
We hope so.
No,
Hope not.
he wasn't outside.
If Sadrak's with them, your friends are already dead.
We did not see him.
And they weren't intended to directly combat. They're a distraction. So we need to hurry if we're going to get this done.
Well, it's also things outside are going much lower. Time dilation.
Oh yeah, that's right, huh?
Oh, it's crazy.
We also have Baku the Baku.
Bakuri Baku.
As Tone says that, I'm like, I pull out the hourglass. Look at it.
I think you have 3 days left. So it's a little under.
Nothing.
What you got there, buddy?
Here,
A smoothie?
buddy old pal.
You turn around, he's looking at the hourglass, he flips it upside down.
It's still like,
He goes to look at it. It's no longer there.
Everyone would blame you, even if you didn't.
Okay.
Even when I played the cleric, you guys blamed me.
Yes, because your cleric was a rogue.
Reroll that.
I love that character.
It was a good one.
I hand her a potion of cure moderate wounds.
She drinks it.
Did I make that potion?
You want to roll, or do you want me to?
I made that potion.
Let her roll.
Okay.
Hold up, because
Once.
beautiful being footage.
Because I also made it while empowered. 10, 20, 30.
Delicious.
I wish I could say numbers like that.
You see her wounds, especially around her neck, begin to heal. New scales growing over the raw flesh. I will kill anyone you ask me to.
Oh, right now it's just a witch and possible a few nightmare dragons. I feel like that was already like on the list of people.
Oh yes, please. She says.
also that
We are fast friends.
slaver's collar, is that still a thing it's done?
He says.
Puts on witch.
Puts on Sadrak.
Yeah,
Puts on witch.
Well, I assumed it was.
It was on
magical.
an adult dragon. So.
I assumed it was magical. So
I mean, it is.
Puts on witch and becomes a belt.
still works.
Those pants are going nowhere.
Yeah, but she turns into a nightmare dragon, or the semblance of one.
Well,
Oh, much go. I guess scarier.
But
Opposite.
it's an illusion of a nightmare dragon, so
It's still scary.
I have the illusion that it's scary.
Alright, where to now, guys?
Well, there is.
So here's where we've been.
She says, I only know of what is upstairs. She says, aside from the crypt, the room guarded by the golem, and here, I have not seen anything.
There's also the room that I'm pretty sure we now know what polymorph turns people into.
What?
Looks.
That one.
Oh, hey. I'm intelligent. I'm not wise.
Well, that answers my question.
What?
That answers my question about why someone would have a whole room dedicated to just that.
You should see the save for it. It's broken.
I don't want to.
There were also 2 doors on the other side. Well, the hallways upstairs.
She says, if you are curious on what is upstairs.
I'm curious on how do you unpolymorph it?
You don't.
Will you polymorph it back into what it originally was?
That's how that do.
Because that's how that do.
She says, beyond the haunted hallway is the on the far side is the library of trap souls.
It just sound like witch.
The two doors on the right side. The first one leads to a potions lab. She says it's some potions that she has brewed, and I know very little about it.
It's your lab.
Probably was.
She says there is a room beyond that room, her potions room, but I do not know what is in it. She says the other room leads to a destroyed chamber where Alok resides.
I've seen that. It's scary.
Yeah, Alok's in it.
Yeah.
Most importantly, aliens.
Fully
Took
killed.
down a nightmare dragon.
A wounded one.
A wounded young
We-
nightmare dragon, but still. it
We
was-
also almost took down alien.
Yeah.
I keep saying we.
It was all his former self. Also,
I can kill him.
Are we thanking for him? Just point and click. Yeah, that guy right there. Oh God! I didn't expect murder.
So I will say I'm very thankful that I gassed through the door before we just broke it down and started murdering things. Let me just get that on the record.
Eli was kind of hoping that you would just attack her, but I forgot you had telepathy and could communicate with her. That was the thing. Because I was like, I'm going to put a dragon collar on her, and she can't defend herself, except for 2 claw attacks and a tail attack. And then I was like, oh, Delaney could just talk to her.
Crap. And now
Oh, hey, now we have
broken.
an adult dream dragon.
Now we have a chance.
Hang on. He said if we found this thing, everything else is easier. We found the easy mode.
Hacks.
Uh,
Easier.
she does not have any prepared spells. That's a thing.
It's fine. She just gotta be a meat shield.
Her spell-like abilities or special abilities are halved into what they normally could do.
Which you need a full day's rest to be able to.
And so you don't know how many times she could shapeshift, so if she needs her full attack thing, she may only have it one more time. And if she does that in one of these rooms, she may not be able to get out.
So we need to keep her alive until the witch later.
Hey, you do what you want with her.
It is my personal goal.
Well, she has stated that she can do one more shift change.
Yeah, she thinks she can only do it once.
But that breath weapon, though? Anyway.
Does it fill us with good dreams and hopes and aspirations?
It can.
Or is it just a 60-foot lightning cone?
Quick question before we get back to it. Do you have a connection with, I don't know, the Herald of Dreams?
I've seen one before. But no.
You know, if there's no like special thing unlocked when you two touch or something.
Every time I touch.
Dude, it was in my head, and I was like, "Don't do it."
Me too.
She says, "Not particularly."
Oh, that'd been really cool.
Why do you happen to have
Have
one
you
in
met
your
Wormy?
pocket? It's a glowing like, whoa, whoa, that looks radioactive. You put that back where you got it. In your lead-lined haversack.
We got it from his dad.
Did you actually pull out the cocoon?
Yeah.
I'm speechless, she
That,
says.
me too, first day.
Does Desna know you have that?
Probably? Yes.
It also, like, roll knowledge nature if you would like.
Can I take it?
No.
Oh, too bad. I did.
Knowledge the plane. Knowledge religion. Knowledge the planes?
I rolled
Religion?
a.
You
oh,
are
that's a-
killing
I need
us.
you to pick.
You may roll either knowledge the planes or religion.
17.
9.
29 for planes.
Gracious.
15.
I might have broken Damon. You get
Or was it 1?
the fact that there is a direct contact to the dream world and what you have experienced. It's in this moment that you're like, oh, Desna is the goddess of dreams, not just travel. Probably all good aligned creatures in the dream world worship Desna.
Where's she at? I'm like, Wormy's Desna?
The Herald of Dreams.
Wow, you were really slow.
That's my story. I wrote that.
We're carrying a goddess in our pocket?
Soon to be, not one right now.
Like baby Jesus.
Why did she?
I don't have no gold in me.
That flies across the cosmos, placing stars. The guy who used to play a dwarf cleric who worshipped Desna is like suddenly drawing all the dots.
Why did I can't remember her name? It started with a K. Why did she have it?
Ava?
Tava. Why did she have it?
Started with a K.
Kava.
Tava.
Why did Kava have it?
That was the original question.
Previously stated, Wormy was a holy symbol in the Temple of Desna in, not Drimport, but in the town that she was originally from. She stole it
Yeah.
and brought it to you because she said that Desna told her to. That was a reminder because it's been a long time.
We've got to have a long time.
It was
with
the
a
city
priestess.
betwixt Drimport and
Someone who can put us in touch
Your city.
with Desna.
Ambrose. There's a K city right there.
Caper.
Yeah,
Yes.
because the city was named after the guy who broke his arm attacking Bob. Correction. The city and guy was named separately, and you realized there was a mistake.
You can be named after a city.
Uh-huh.
There's
I
a
mean,
bird
there were girls
somewhere.
named Paris.
You know,
Boys
like
named
Max.
I think Andrew's name
San
is-
Fran Briscoe.
Miss you,
He's
man.
never heard that one before.
Yeah, I'm sure.
From me, personally.
Literally just-
Or,
We're connecting all kinds of neat dots
So, you don't need. Is there anything you need to talk to her? Little baby doesn't.
Little baby D. Wanna touch the baby D?
She says, the only thing I know about them is they're generally peaceful. They're not made for combat. The Herald of Dreams.
Yeah.
They can defend their realms if they need to. She says, I've never spoken to one personally. She says, dream and nightmare dragons here are a dime a dozen. She says, but the Herald of Dreams even here.
We've never spoken.
But it keeps following us.
I try to speak to Wormy.
Do the thing?
Yeah.
Because of the magical nullification properties of
True.
the containment, you cannot speak to Wormy Family.
And also, when caterpillars undergo the metamorphosis process,
I know, they turn
actually
into goo.
goo.
Yeah.
You do realize this is
but they still have a
Eli's
genetic-
realm. He can make it whatever.
It's goo.
They still have a genetic
even talk to
nervous
it.
system, blood system.
I don't know why you suggested it.
It's deific goo.
I realize now.
Cosmic deity juice.
I feel like that's some
Truly
messed
the
up like
nectar
specialty
of-
drink
the
from
nectar
some
of
evil
God.
being.
Anyway,
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail it there, but I was just like,
Sorry.
That
connections.
is how you
I don't know, we gave Eli a new idea for a BBEG origin story.
I need
Take
you
a
to go
sip
on
of God.
quest.
I want that on a t-shirt now.
so Laura and I were joking around, and we're like, wouldn't it be a terrifying message to get from someone that says need help, send God? It's like, what happened?
Oh no.
Like, I don't know if we can help you.
There's auto-corrected food.
Or they're dyslexic and they just need a puppy.
Anywho.
Oh yeah. Their Christmas list got lost on the way.
I
So
have
the
questions for you.
Satan Claus.
Going to God.
Diet deity, now in grapple.
It'd be a demigod. Diet deities are demigods.
Alok spelled backwards is cola.
Cola, but yeah.
That's how you
Not a
spell
sponsor.
Cola. Cola's a flavor. It is not a trademark.
Go.
Anywho,
Wanna cook me?
Yes.
during this
Alrighty.
time, can we have made it back to the main central room to look into the haunted hallway?
Hey, you don't.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming we have no way to get past that polymorph trap.
I mean, we can set it off and go on.
I feel
You
like
could
that's
send her into it and she could try her luck.
Well,
easy come, easy go, I guess.
Especially Pages is just screw you guys. No, seriously. Screw you guys.
It just says that over and over. Oh, there's a picture.
Both fingers.
that does beg the question: what do the pages in the soul books reflect?
I know. I have it written down.
We should find out.
Each one?
You don't have to. Sort of.
He's wrote an entire series based on these people's names.
It's a world.
I
think
want
I do in
I
my
want
free
a
time?
full-length novel for every soul book. And go.
That is too damn bad.
The first one's fine.
I needed to know, I need to know every name of the person on this ship now.
Good for you.
Bob and
I'm gonna
Bob.
take a page out of Berta's. This is Tim. This is Tim. This is Tim. This is Aphalor, the god of hatred. This is Tim.
And he represents my current emotions about you right now.
Yeah.
Anyway,
This is a town full of Tims.
there's a 50% chance his name's Tim and a 50% chance he's a dragon. Anyway,
The two are not separate. He can be Tim the Dragon.
Tim the Toolman Dragon.
Tim the Tickling Tool.
Is Taylor's just like...
Come on. Get it, wrap it up.
Anyway.
Let's get it together.
You go back to the central room?
Sure.
There you are.
Looking down the haunted hallway. And I do look to Serene, and I was like, do you know anything special about this hallway? I don't feel like it gets the name the haunted hallway for, no good reason. Reasons. That's all it says. It just shouts reasons at you.
Throws raisins at
Because I said so.
Screw you too.
Now our team line demigod. Forever ageless.
Oh, it's a skew.
What does that mean?
He didn't ask you.
you.
What does that mean?
I feel like you know.
I don't.
That means it's not skew.
Tyrus would be cleaning his gun while nonchalantly making sure it is pointed at each party member while cleaning.
Cleans guns. Yeah, that still works.
There might be one in the chamber.
Couldn't get so lucky, could you?
Oh man. That's good.
So, peering down the hallway,
Yes.
you see the two doors, as previously stated, and the double doors on the far side. You see that the paintings line the walls. Each painting, or portrait rather, more specifically, has the face removed. Whether it is tattered, torn, or cut loose, it's just missing the faces.
Has this all? I'm talking
That's
to
my
Serene.
question too.
Has this always been the Night Hag's home, or did
Yes.
this belong to someone before?
She's been here for centuries, slowly getting stronger with wayward souls in the dream world.
Why would she remove the faces from the people in these portraits? Can you think of any reason?
The only thing that comes to mind is maybe she didn't do it.
Maybe it was the ghost.
Or any sort of like arcane reason, like a knowledge arcana or any other knowledge roll. I know it's a big
Can we roll
ask.
a dice to solve the puzzle?
Well, no, that's
Does Perry's rogue senses tingle?
Yeah, I'm starting inspecting behind the frames and like moving some of the paintings back.
Move
upwards.
therein?
Yeah,
Where do you go?
like slowly a 5-foot step forward, inspecting my surroundings as I go. Taking time, just like
I would enter in 10 feet after me.
moving at maybe like a 5 foot per round speed.
If you're inspecting, you roll perception.
Yes.
You do that.
I'm gonna tell it without any senses on it.
Mhm.
A 33.
A 33?
See.
As you step into the room, you stop and you listen closely and you begin to hear whispers. They seem to be emanating from the paintings. You hear them kind of chanting, and it's a hodgepodge of different languages. Everything from Orc to Common to Elvish to Dwarvish. And it just kind of mingles into this calamity of voices. If you would like, you may roll me a knowledge religion because you have successfully perceived it.
19?
With a 19, no. You do have no idea what this is, but nothing seems to be happening.
Can I, like, try to hone in on one of the voices to see specifically what it's being said?
You may.
35?
With a 35, the easiest one to hone in on would be Common, your first language. As you listen in on it, you start to hear voices in Common saying a mixture of help us, turn back. Some crying out for help, others earnestly trying to get you to leave.
You guys hear that?
I would step into the room.
And I put my ear, like, if I can hone in on that one common voice, is it seem to be coming from a specific painting?
No.
No. Okay.
It seems to be emanating through the hallway in its entirety.
So, I think at 5 foot step in.
Pick up that.
Roll a perception check.
You may.
27.
With a 27, you hear it as well. With that perception check succeeded, you may roll a knowledge religion.
I have it, but sure. 12.
Yeah, the cleric doesn't have it.
This has been a thing the entire campaign.
You have no idea what would be here. What be going on?
So is it trapped?
If you listen closely, the voices are warning us to help them, but also turn away.
Voices? I step in the hallway. Warned of it. Do I hear them?
Perception?
29.
You hear them?
You have
Knowledge religion.
You may.
Because of the angle of the battle.
Watch
Door
out,
to
roll
far.
for this one.
Door.
21. Dang it!
Can I assist him with a...
I mean... Can you assist knowledge check? Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess.
Yes.
You know what it is!
I can almost make it out. Tone, help me
it's
out with
something
this.
to do with religion.
Just look at my
Just,
chain. Focus. Okay, what does he know?
This is a haunt. So the reason your trap sense didn't go off, because haunts are not technically traps. This hallway is haunted. You're not entirely certain what it does or what its purpose is, but you do know that the souls are crying out to be freed. You do know that you can nullify a haunt by destroying it through typical means of hitting a ethereal creature. Or you can find what is keeping the souls trapped here, fulfill that unfinished business, and they will go away.
It's a haunt.
You get a feeling that if you proceed, like if you try to go through one of these doors and they don't want you to go through, that you will be overwhelmed with crippling despair.
I know what that feels like.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't go into any of these
Would
rooms.
he know with that check? What we know of haunts can be dispelled if I channel positive energy to hurt the
He
other.
could tell you that.
Okay, I didn't know if he knew that as well.
But isn't the library straight ahead? Yes.
But they will come back. It doesn't kill them permanently.
No, it's different. So.
That would be my guess, is that it's the spirit, some of the spirits that are trapped in the books.
Do we know how to read us through all of the books?
Deep polymorph.
Defireball.
I cast a Defireball.
Opposed to a fireball?
What
I
are we,
don't know.
What are we doing here?
Well, for one thing, we won't know the nature of anything until we actually reach the library itself. However, I don't know what will happen with the haunt if we go down the hallway more.
Find out.
Hey, Ragenar. Why don't you go ahead of us? You're immune to this sort of stuff, right?
I shut the door on him.
Does that reactivate the trap?
What trap? Oh, his
It's
trap.
not a trap. Bombs aren't traps.
Yeah, that's the trap.
Serena opens the door. You don't want to play this game. She says as she walks into the hallway. Terrace goes, I don't want to either. As he walks into the hallway.
They stay there.
I step 10 feet closer to the door.
There's a door right there.
The far door.
Boom, go.
And I use Mage Hand to open it.
Yes. If it's not locked and is not magical.
And if it weighs less than 5 pounds.
I feel like
If
his
the
mage
pull
hand is
on
also
it
different.
and mine's also
He got thick mage hand.
they go to the gym. They lift, bro. I get 10 pounds.
I guess swole.
I can use the blue dumbbells.
To be fair,
So you force wave. The doors open, and beyond the door is a surprisingly well put together room. It has a marble tiled floor, very well hewn and kept stone walls with torches illuminating the area very, very well enough to sit and read. You see shelves of books that line the wall and even make rows in the center of the room. A lectern sits on the far end of the wall, and as the door opens, you see a skeletal figure in a robe holding a book turn and look at you. You see 2 other skeletal figures look up from their books. As you do so, it extends its hand. It shuts the door back.
You disturbed a book club.
the book club of the dead.
The Dead Librarian Society.
Dead poets.
After you open the door, and it is shut once more, you hear the voices begin to grow louder and louder. You hear them begin to scream, and a heavy wind starts running through the entirety of the hallway for everyone except Ragnar. I would like everyone to roll me a will save.
Not great. Not good.
Fantastic. You said reflex?
No. I'm pretty positive.
I definitely heard Will.
That's a 22.
26. Is that it?
17.
Cool.
Cool, I can do stuff.
Let's see how this dragon does.
Hopefully, well.
It's probably
It'd be
immune.
a shame if we had
She immune.
Dragons are immune to that,
Odds.
isn't it?
Depends.
Well, she did just have an overwhelming feel of despair moments ago. So she's
You
used
didn't know
to
it's
it.
here.
And she's just used to it.
She doesn't feel
Wow.
anything other than
We can get
revenge.
another.
She failed. She rolled a 2.
Oh. She didn't fail, you failed.
You know what?
It's his fault. You right.
Reroll! Just for
This
that.
is how Damon dies.
It turns out she's a cleric.
Luckily, she's dead.
Terrace, buddy.
Terrace failed too.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
I was gonna fucking fireball in there. The door is open for one more second.
You're gonna kill all those people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gotta get my
I
kill
like the
count
thought.
up, bro.
Gotta get those lucky numbers.
We gotta
up.
grind.
Your tone. You,
As well as the
Serene
NPCs.
and Terrace,
Oh boy.
all take a -2 on attack rolls, saving throws, ability checks, skill checks, and weapon damage rolls. For
27 hours.
1 hour.
That's terrible.
I'm sad again.
Me too.
It's all in her head. It's okay.
You see Terrace just kind of, where she just kind of like sinks into her own thoughts, Terrace wears it on his face. And you can only imagine what he's thinking of, especially
Oh,
being
no.
so close to this.
Hey, buddy. got this. We'll save her. You've come this far,
What if she's not even in there anymore?
then we'll keep looking.
What if she's used the magic out of her soul? What if she's destroyed her already to cast some kind of trap or spell or...
Hey, you're coming up with theories for something you don't even know might be possible.
Serene says, or she may be dead.
Or a book.
I've never hit a dragon before. with my
Oh yeah, I
fist.
know. We know. We wish you would have.
No.
Let's get through this. Obviously, they don't want us in that room, and we need to be in that room.
So let's go get in that
Let's
room.
go get in that room.
I march forward, full of confidence.
I know.
We got this, right?
Yeah.
She barred the door shut. Intervention in session. Yes, Taters.
Yeah, roll me a disable device.
Oh no. You backstabber.
It's a 20.
Good luck, guys.
Da 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 da.
That's not me.
Don't you know I'm going with you?
Oh, okay.
Oh, I figured everybody was going.
You always
I
put
don't
the
move.
party.
I figured most everybody was going.
Except for Ragenar, the coward.
I figured.
GM on his toes.
That's okay. We have 2 NPCs to make up for both of you.
Womp womp.
You mean the depressed ones?
Yeah.
Womp.
That are also depressed.
Oh, wrong way.
Yeah.
We try to kick it
What
in.
the heck? Is this a Word document? Change one day, changes everything.
Bruh. Bruh.
I don't know if you can hear my hair rub on the mic.
It's alright, I stood up and directly spoke into mine.
You're gonna hear voices, then all of a sudden it's just like.
As you open the door and step into the room, you see the skeletal figure reading from his book turns to acknowledge you. He looks up at you two. And what are you doing here? This is a private library, and only those carrying the seal may enter here.
Does he brandish a seal?
Roll me a perception check.
Lowest roll of the night.
We now prefer the term emotionally dredged.
24.
I got a 26.
Nice.
I'm sorry?
Does 24.
24, you said? Yes. He's actually wearing a holy symbol around his neck.
Can I activate my disguise self?
Right in front of him.
Stealthily.
I actually have it here.
I
Right in
mean,
front of my OSHA manual.
it's a piece of equipment. It's a
I feel like it's a standard action to do because it gives you the
That's
ability
fine,
to cast it.
so that would give me.
Actually, I want to identify what these guys are too.
Skeletal
Skeletals.
champions who are mages.
The holy symbol around her neck is a jar with an ornate jar with what seems to be a trapped spirit inside of it.
I really thought he was about to say with dirt inside of it.
No.
Knowledge what to identify what these
Religion.
creatures are.
Oh, what they are?
Yes.
Religion.
Oh,
What? That's crazy.
Crazy, that was crazy.
I want to activate my disguise
20.
self, Ion, and produce the symbol underneath my shirt. Zero points in disguise.
And it shows.
It's a 17. Wrong.
You know, disguising yourself right in front of the person.
And they only need a will save to recognize it as an illusion.
Oh, they do not have that at all.
And that's with your plus 10?
Yeah. Maybe I start taking points in disguise.
But you're not a rogue.
Even one would have been helpful.
Yeah, that's
One
17 becomes a 21.
individual, pretty much. Is that intelligence based?
No.
No, it's charisma based.
I agreed knowing the answer was no. As you do.
Yes. Jerry Day's comment. I become the character from the Mummy movie. It just starts pulling out all the different.
You become
Yes,
Benny.
as a matter of fact.
I'll
That's cold.
follow the road in heaven. Hallowed be that. Oh, I am.
Please stop.
Watch the scene.
He knows it's
They need a will save, yeah?
Yeah, it's low. It's 17.
Don't roll a 1.
Benny, that's his name.
Rolled poorly. He said that already.
Ding.
Oh, did he? Oh, I missed
Yeah.
it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Noted.
What you will save, big guy?
17.
17 is the
Plus
DC.
Third
9.
time.
There it is.
Are you looking it up actively?
No!
Did you roll a 1?
Did you roll a 1?
No,
Oh,
but he
you-
didn't pass.
Okay. As a matter of fact, yes, we do come bearing. We belong in here.
Oh,
We've come to peruse the library.
My apologies.
he bows.
Please, come in.
He ignores you and continues reading his book.
26. What are these things?
These
Nat 20. Sorry, or not Nat 20. 20. Sorry. What are these things?
Emotional roller coaster.
I know.
There.
These creatures are skeletal champions.
Okay.
More specifically, skeletal clerics champions. Skeletal champions are undead creatures that retain their class levels from life, even though they are infused with necromantic powers that have brought them back to life after undead, with their levels and spells and abilities all intact. You can ask one question about
Scary.
these specific skeletal champions.
Weaknesses.
Skeletal champions have typical weaknesses of undead, typically positive energy. Okay. And
What?
yeah, that's it. No, they would be asking what overcomes damage reduction if they had any.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not typically a weakness. So we'll play for just a couple more minutes because I want to see what you do with your
Yeah.
newfound ability.
This is a library, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I go
So many books.
inspect the bookshelves.
Cool. As you step up to the books and you pull one off of the shelf, you look at the cover and you realize that it is bound in flesh.
I figured as much.
You open the loose leather cover and you realize that the pages thereof have a similar texture and seem to be inked in blood. There is a clasp on the books. Most of them are unclasped, allowing you to freely open them. But where the lock of the clasp typically would be is an eye. This eye ranges in color anywhere from typicals, blues, greens, and browns, to things like violets or reds. The eye darts around as if acknowledging you as you look at it.
Can I communicate with?
Harry, is this thing alive?
Can I telepathically communicate with the books?
Well, yeah, but all you hear is.
Hi, I'm a book, and I've been on this. These librarians do not follow the Dewey Decimal System
The
without a cracked
reading
cross.
rainbow.
The secret to unlocking the library is you have to post back in Dewey Decimal order.
Please stop touching my eyeball.
It's real.
I find it quite disturbing.
Roll me a knowledge arcana.
Oh yeah. Fleshworks Publishing. We make lively books. Oh, Taurus. Oh, never change.
Or do you? Do you?
26.
With a 26, looking over the book, you realize that it not only is a polymorphed human, or a polymorphed humanoid, into a living book, But as you thumb through the pages, as you leaf through it, as you flesh through it, you begin to
Don't
realize
like it. Don't like it.
that when she said she wanted their knowledge, their life story is written in the pages of this book. As you look through it, you can spend an hour reading it, and depending on what they did in life, you will get a bonus to those specific class skill checks. And we will pick it up here next time. Thank you very much for joining us, adventurers. Remember that this has been a good day to die. See ya.
Spend